I'm here hosting tonight. With me, we got a man who needs no introduction. Tim from Tim's team, Anamore. What's going on, dude?
How's it going? As you know, I need no introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway.
None.
I'm Tim from Tim's team, Anamore of Team Swagoy. We're bringing you Salty Saturday. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good stuff. But what if he was fapping, though?
That's an excellent question. And, we'll find out if that gets answered tonight.
Everybody's dying to know. No answers. But right now we got a really good matchup coming up. We got G-Nets and Brewski, who G-Nets, in my opinion, right now is actually like probably top MVP candidate, especially if we can keep it up. And Brewski was a strong MVP candidate from last season. Do you have any experience playing against either of these players?
So I played against the G-Nets in both of the last Wicked Wednesdays. He beat my ass pretty hard during the first one, but I turned the table on him in the second one. He's a good player. I'm excited to watch him play tonight. I haven't really seen Brewski very much, so I'm really excited to see what he's going to bring to the table.
I mean, he only just won a championship last season, so, I mean, small feat there, right?
Yeah, not all that impressive.
I'm not impressed.
Mm-mm.
I was on the receiving end of that asphalt. All right, looks like we got some band, double paladin band. So let's look at the matchup. Actually, we have on G-Nets. He's got he's got Druid, Mage, Paladin, Warrior. So it's gonna be Druid, Mage, and Warrior. Brewski's gonna have Mage, Priest, Warrior. What do you think about these matchups, Tim? Like, what jumps out at you?
So either lineup could go either way. G-Nets has that Druid. He could be bringing that aggro Druid, or he could be bringing Jade Druid, and he could complement that with either aggressive or very passive Mage and Warrior decks. So it's going to be hard to tell. We're going to have to wait and see until we get in game what kind of lineup he's got.
Yeah, there's a lot of flexibility in G-Nets' lineup, and that's like kind of the thing with the big four. You know, the Druid, Paladin, Warrior. They're just really flexible classes. They can go control, they can go aggro. Not so much flexibility from Brewski. You know, Mage just kind of does, it's like freeze or burn, which kind of have the same game plan. And then Priest, which, really only has like a really slow, like control-y type deck. So is that like kind of like a disadvantage for Brewski?
It's going to be hard to say. I feel like with both players bringing Mage, the mirror match is going to be pretty interesting or pretty boring. So we'll see if that lines up like that.
Yeah, the mirror match, I would give the edge to G-Nets. He's played like 1,000 games. I know he's like a freeze Mage player, so I'd have to give the edge to him there. But who knows? Is there a way you could tech Mage to beat Mage?
Eater of Secrets.
Secrets? Right. Is that it, though?
I think the Secret Mage is a lot better against the freeze Mage. It's just a lot stronger.
Yeah,
a lot more well-rounded. It doesn't go all in on the burn plan. They've got minions that the freeze mage just has to deal with.
Yeah, they can stick minions to board, but like at a certain point, though, freeze mage just starts ignoring your minions, right? So, I mean, does it kind of, like freeze mage can still follow that game plan, right?
In my experience, when I'm playing freeze mage, I've also played a ton of freeze mage. I probably in most of last season and a lot of tournaments and seasons before that. And I just can't seem to beat the burn mage. Whether it's the aggressive secrets or it's doing the burn game plan with like ice barrier, ice block, and mana worms, it's going to be hard to say. Very interesting.
Yeah, I think the matchup's going to come down to the mage mirror, and like there's really nothing else I can look at matchup wise that'll say, okay, this is really going to decide it, because the lineups are the only difference though is like let's see, Brewski's going Priest and G-Nets is going Druid. So I don't really know what gets the edge there between those two.
I'd say G-Nets' Druid gives him the edge.
I think
the Druid going really late, stacking up those Jade Golems against the Priest. It doesn't really matter what kind of Priest you've got, unless it's Silence Priest. But I've got an inkling that Brewski's bringing a slower Priest.
Yeah, probably like a control, like value-based Lyra Priest. I don't know. I think like maybe like if you had the inner fire OTK, Priest can steal a win, but you can't silence.
Right.
Yeah, silenced 8/8. It's still an 8/8.
With that being said, if it is a silence priest, I think that'd be really good against mage. So it all
Mage,
depends on this priest deck, I would say.
Priest is historically good against. It just has minions that mage can't really deal with efficiently, and you can just heal them up. That's a tough matchup.
If it's silence priest, you make a 32/32. You pop that ice block. If they doomsayer, you play silence. You don't have silence in hand, we've got shadow visions to dig for it.
Yep.
If you're not silence priest, you play that priest to the feast.
To the feast. That card irks me. I play a lot of aggro and hate that.
Yep, when they play it and they power word shield it, and you're like, well, I'm not going to waste 8 damage to kill the minion, and I'm not going to start hitting him in the face, so I might as well just go hit that bottom right.
Hit the concede button. It's tough when that comes down. I think they should be getting ready to go. I don't know if we can get a message out to them that says we are ready for them. All right. Okay. I've just received word that they need a few minutes. So, yeah, I mean, what else can we take a look at here?
I think analyzing a little bit of their ban, if they both ban Paladin, I would assume neither of them want to play against the mid-range or the aggressive Murloc Paladin. That kind of leads me to believe, that's kind of strange because Aggro Druid has a really good matchup against it. You can put in the Hungry Crabs into your deck. A Freeze Mage does pretty well against it. So if Gnetz is banning Paladin, that makes me think he's got Jade Druid and a bit of a slower mage.
Yeah, I think like a lot of players are banning Paladin though, just because it's Paladin and you ban it.
Very true.
So I don't know if like the Paladin ban I can really read into, because it just seems to be that class you ban, like Shaman of like last season. But it looks like everyone's getting ready to go here, and we should be able to hop in and start checking out these matches in just a second. But thanks for everyone who's going to be tuning in tonight for working through this late start with the Blizzard issues, and to Gnetz and Brewski for hanging in there and getting their game in a half hour past its. We definitely appreciate.
Yeah, we appreciate the flexibility. Blizzard mentioned that it looks like the authentication issues are with the login servers. So once they get in, they should be able to stay in.
Yep. All right. So I'm hopping into spectate them right now.
Yeah. So is mine and Sunshine's match delayed till like 30-40?
Whoa. Slime guy. What are you doing?
What's up, man?
We're live.
Oh shit, my bad.
We'll catch you later, dude. Okay, so Brewski's got that Taunt Warrior.
Yes, we got Taunt Warrior. Probably a Burn Maid. The Babbling Book is usually.
Yeah, definitely he's got that Cabal Courier. We're seeing Burn Mage right now.
So historically, this is a matchup that was like, especially in the past with Justicar Trueheart, like 90% Control Warrior. But I think without Justicar Trueheart, that's kind of shifted a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say this matchup is definitely favored to the Mage. They've got a lot of different resources that just generate lots of value. And unless the Warrior can get their quest completed very early and just start pumping out 8 damage every turn, it's going to be difficult for them to pick up a win.
Not a great option from the Cabal Courier.
Oh, gosh, no.
No, none of these are very good. What do you think about coining out the Cabal Courier there? Is that okay because he's got a couple different 3-drops to play, the AI and the Ice Block, should he want to?
Him coining it out, he's not really in any rush. I wouldn't necessarily agree with the coin there.
It's probably a pretty good indication that he doesn't run Antonidas.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah, if you're Brewski, you're probably pretty safe that he doesn't run. Pretty easy cleanup on the book. And Gnetz can't really handle the 3/3 now, so he's going to get a pretty clean value trade now.
Yep. Gnetz is probably going to have to devote that 2 mana next turn to get rid of it. But considering he's going to take this game slow, I don't think he really minds.
No, absolutely. Well, he's getting another Cabal Courier. maybe he just, says, I'm not in any rush. I'm just going to take the Cabal Courier. Oh, no, he's going to take the Babbling Book. He still has a Cabal Courier option.
Yep, he'll play that on curve next turn. Playing the Babbling Book allows him to deal with that 3-1 immediately. Brewski is going to do what Taunt Warrior does when it has the quest up. He's just going to play his taunts on curve.
That's a pretty good polymorph option for Nets. You deny any curative value later. So I agree with that.
Absolutely. I don't think there are a lot of other really high value polymorph targets in Taunt Warrior at the moment. Gonna see that Bloodhoof Brave come down.
Yeah, I mean he's got to complete his quest as fast as possible. So he really can't be picky, but that's a pretty good taunt to get in the way. It's going to force out some form of hard removal because you can't keep poking at it because it's going to get more attack.
Yep, he's going to leave up that Babbling Book so that he can get the Enrage off of his Bloodhoof Brave. But G-Nets is actually going to polymorph that as well. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with the polymorph necessarily. You have the Forbidden Flame in hand. You have other options. I don't know what else really scares you.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to say. We're going to see... Gonna see this sheep go face. He's gonna leave up the 1/1, hope to get a hit in with the Acolyte of Pain.
Yeah, he definitely is gonna want to get some value out of Acolyte, and he's gonna be able to do it. He's gonna get at least 2 draws off the Acolyte. That's pretty good. And then another just no good targets. Well, I mean, maybe Cabal Shadow Priest is a decent target because you could steal the Acolyte.
Yeah, you could potentially steal a Bloodhoof Brave down the line.
Yeah, most
and for a 6-drop, that's pretty good.
Yeah. But most Taunt Warriors only run the 1 Bloodhoof. He's just going to clean up the Acolyte with the Frost. So he's only going to get the 1 draw.
Yeah.
But there's the Dirty Rat.
We got Dirty Rat. We also have Curator as a possibility.
Dirty Rat has nothing but good targets. You could pull out the Alexstrasza. But I don't know if you make that read this in the game. That's a pretty clean kill.
He's holding the Brawl. He's got Whirlwind, Sleep with the Fishes, this Dirty Rat. Whatever it pulls out is going to get dealt with. It's just a matter of time before that happens.
Yeah, I don't know if he's really concerned about dealing with the minions, but if Dirty Rat pulls the Alexstrasza, it's basically game over.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if this is a more of a freeze style, but it's definitely not. It's definitely a burn. Yeah, he's just going to play the Alexstrasza right now.
Oh, yeah. He's going in. Brewski is holding those shield blocks, though. So that gives us a little bit of insight that he's prepared for this mage deck. Probably expecting freeze mage, but shield blocks help against burn mage as well.
Yeah, it helps against all mages. You just got to get out of range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mage is dropping Antonitis. It's only Fireball, Frostbolt on there. Or the Alexstrasza, sorry.
I wonder if this deck's also running Armor Smiths.
A lot of decks are now. It's definitely a popular inclusion, but we're about half his way through his deck right now, and we haven't seen it. If I'd be willing. The Shadow Priest can take the Dirty Rat. Is that a good enough target?
Possibly. I don't think that's in his game plan at the moment, though.
That's a bad 5
Validated Doomsayer.
I mean, it's going to soak up 7 damage, but that's about it.
Yep. Brewski's going to keep trying to fit in an armor up every turn.
You have
Gotta stay out of range.
Oh, he does have another. He does pick up another Bloodhoof Brave, so maybe G-Nets is going to be able to steal that.
Yeah, we see a couple of options for him to steal in his hand at the moment.
He's got 5. He's got 5 taunts to his quest, so there's 6. He's going to pick up 7 in his hand. So that's a snap pick every time.
Ally Armor Smith is going to provide a really strong body. Not a lot of pressure, but it's going to give him the armor that he needs.
Yeah, that's a snap pick every time.
Change your mind.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Pretty solid turn from G-Nets. Just steal the Dirty Rat. Just develop a lot of tempo on your side of the board.
Yep.
He's got a lot of burn in his hand, not a ton. You might want to start trying to through his primordial. Up top, Brewski's got a lot of answers should the board get out of control. He's still got both of his brawls. He's still got Sleep with the Fishes. He's still got his Whirlwind effects. He can draw cards. There's nothing he really can't do.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see the Alley Armorsmith come down this turn.
He's still got 7 mana left. He won't main. Soften the board up to take.
Yeah, G-Nets wants to close the game out as soon as possible, and Alley Armorsmith is going to help prevent that. And that's exactly what we see here.
Yeah, I agree with this play. And I mean, he's in a position where he really can't Sulfurus safely right now. So maybe Alley Armorsmith helps put him in a range where he can start Sulfurusing safely.
Yeah,
Frostbolt.
Primordial picks up the Frostbolt. That's 3 damage there.
It's going to be game. There's not going to be many ways he can get out of this range.
He's going to hold it. That makes sense. His opponent's probably not going to be expecting that extra 3 damage.
Yeah, and G-Nets can do 13 points of damage next turn. And he can only get up to 12 armor. So, yeah, that's going to be it. So G-Nets is going to pick up the first game in the series between the Taunt Warrior and the Mage. Pretty surprising. You know, I thought like the Taunt Warrior would put up more of a fight, but he got the Alexstrasza early and he just couldn't get up enough armor.
Yep, the taunts didn't come down early enough to make Sulfuros and the hero power a threat. And as a result, Alexstrasza came down on 9. We're seeing the Pyroblast and the free Frostbolt.
Yeah, it's almost like the Dirty Rat just came out 1 turn too late. And he had all the removal. He had the Whirlwind and the Execute. So I don't know what essentially he was hoping to do. Maybe he just thought that Alexstrasza wasn't there.
Yeah, so Genus takes a win with his Mage. He's got Druid and Warrior left. If you're Genus, what do you queue up in this position?
I think you queue up the Druid because you know there's the Control Warrior. I would queue up Druid, and he's got Priest. It should be good against. It's good against the Mage. So you queue up Jade Druid, and you have a good matchup all across the board.
You know, I absolutely agree, but that's not what we're going to see here. He's queuing up that Pirate Warrior.
We've got Pirate Warrior versus Taunt Warrior. That's an interesting matchup. I think I'm going to give the edge to the Taunt Warrior here. But Brewski's opening hand doesn't look great, and he's keeping the quest. That's a mistake.
I would have to disagree, though. I think if your opponent is also playing Taunt Warrior, then if you fall behind on the quest,
sure,
you can't win. So he had to take the 50-50.
That's a good point, but he's definitely going to lose the 50. You would rather that quest just be any other card in the world, right?
Yeah, very true.
And this could be a pretty easy turn for Nets. He's going to drop the Bloodsail Raider, free to go face with this weapon. He's holding Fiery War Axe. It's interesting to see that he's got the Naga Corsairs and the Mortal Strikes. So I wonder what he doesn't have. Maybe he just made the hard read that his opponent wouldn't have Pirate Warrior and cut the Galactic.
Yeah, that's a pretty good read from G-Nets. We're going to assume that he doesn't have the Galactic Crawler.
Yeah, this Frothling's going to get out of hand.
Oh, yeah. And Brewski doesn't have any way to deal with it.
No ways to deal with it whatsoever. He's just going to drop the Frothing. He's going to trade the Bloodsail, and he's going to go. So he's going to develop a 4/4 Frothing and put damage. That's pretty good.
Yeah. What else could you want for, or what else do you want as a Pirate Warrior?
This is a pretty insurmountable board. I mean, there's definitely outs to it, right? I mean, all Brewski has to do is pick up a Sleep with the Fishes.
Yep. He's going to just gain some life and pray that he finds it. And he does not.
I was going to say the Bloodhoof Brave might help, but definitely not with them picking up the captain.
Mm-mm.
This is just getting out of control. He's still got the Brawl, but is that going to be too late?
Oh, he's got the other Bloodhoof Brave. A Sleep with the Fishes there would have been just fine.
Just fine.
But
nope. G-Nets is just going to clear this easy. And it's an easy clear. And he's just going to push a whole lot of damage. I think he's going to start trading in. Is that lethal?
You know what? That looks like it.
That's lethal. Wow.
Brewski goes down 0-2. Genius takes the one with this Pirate Warrior.
That's insane. But, it comes down to the mulligans, right? If you know your opponent's Pirate Warrior, you mulligan completely. And like you said, if he's not Pirate Warrior, you have to keep the quest. So, I don't know. Either way, I think Brewski was in a pretty unfavorable situation there.
Yeah, it all comes down to the preparation. Taking a look at your opponent's classes, and you just have to make that read when you hit that Warrior mirror of, do I honestly think he's running Pirate Warrior? But if he's running Taunt Warrior, you got to keep the quest.
You have to, because if you fall behind on the taunts, you lose. It's a tough position to be in.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And then G-Nets, it's an easy pick up there for Jade Druid.
Oh yeah.
But if you're Brewski and you know G-Nets has to queue Jade Druid, do you go another direction, or is Taunt Warrior still your best option?
That just kind of leads me to believe that his Druid and his mage and his priest are even slower than his Warrior, and that's bad news. So Brewski is going to try to pick up as many points as he can, but I don't think he has a shot at this series at this point.
It's tough for Mage to overcome the Jade Druid, especially if you look at Brewski's hand and G-Nets' hand. G-Nets has he's got ramp, he's got 2 Jade idols. Well, not Jade idols, but Jade generators. Brewski can't do anything turn 4.
Yeah. We don't see any ramp in G-Nets' hands, so that's a good sign for Brewski.
It's a good sign, but he's still got the Innervate, so he could cheat mana still. I mean, he doesn't have the traditional ramp, but he can Innervate out his Jade here if he wants to, and just start putting the pressure on. And he's going to hang on to it.
He has the potential to hit to just keep curving out with his taunts. He could get his quest before the Jade Golems get too big to handle.
Yeah. Picking up that Stonehill defense is huge for that reason. But this is a tough one. I don't really love any of these, but...
Yeah, you hate to see these cards.
Yeah, I think Cornered Sentry is probably his best pick. He does run a lot of Whirlwind effects.
Yeah, all he cares about is filling up the curve with those taunts. If you don't see any big taunts that are game-changing, you just got to fill out the curve.
I mean, G-Nuts he can coin his Jade Spirit out, or he could just innervate Jade Behemoth. Either way he wanted to go, he can set himself up to get Jade after Jade his next 2 turns. So he's actually going to start the Jade engine pretty good here.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great answer. Spirits. Back-to-back Jade Spirits. This is going to feel really bad really soon.
Yeah. G-Nets has, without even hitting Nourish's Wild Growth, he's got his Jade cards. That's what matters.
Yeah, he's got pretty much all of them. He can get his Jades to 5/5 in the next turns and still have a pretty dominant board. I mean, Brewski's got the Brawl, but Jades are just going to come right back. And you almost force him to brawl with this next Jade Spirit.
Yeah. G-Nets has taken his time. Wanting his opponent to think he's got a bit stronger of a hand. He's got a lot of choices. Do I play the gold Jade Spirit or do I play the non-gold Jade Spirit?
The answer is always gold, right?
You would think. Cornered Sentry with the Ravaging Ghoul.
I think being able to hold off on the Brawl was actually huge for Brewski. Now, if G-Nets commits more to the board, Brewski can Brawl it and then have a lot of great go up. So I was pretty disciplined holding onto the Brawl there.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're G-Nets, do you commit more to the board or do you just Nourish?
I think there's good arguments for either one. I personally like drawing the card. You've got a lot of time.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. You could take care of the 2 threats. Yeah, but G-Nets is he's going to commit more to the board.
Board size is very small.
It makes the Brawl worse. If you're going to make trades, I guess that's correct. Bloodhoof Brave is probably the pick here.
Yeah.
It's just
he doesn't have a play for next turn either, so no point playing the Pompous.
Maybe he's thinking about infested Tauren just to keep the 2/2 around, but that's not really. Oh man, he's going to be able to cycle his Wrath on the 3/1. That's great. He's just picking up more Jades.
He's got Jades. He's got resources to find more Jades. He's got Swipe if he needs to remove something. G-Nets is in such a commanding position right now.
Yeah. He's got reach, but do you ever just swipe the Acolyte to just draws here?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's gonna go fishing for some cards. I don't think he found what he was looking for. So the Acolyte's gonna get well, not necessarily, because I always forget Tar Creeper gets that extra 2 attack. So the only way you could really get extra draws out of it with like your own whirlwind effects, really bump into it.
Oh wow! So he values the 1 health on the Jade Golem more than he does the Tar Creeper.
Yeah, I don't really know the thinking there, but
yep, right onto the Incarved Primordial Drake. Not sure if I agree with that play. I don't think that's the turn where you nourish.
Yeah, I think you just pick up the swipe there. You deny any extra draws out of the Acolyte. He's just going to go ahead and cycle his Thalnos now.
Yeah, you might as well.
Interesting card for these decks. I don't really see Thalnos in a lot of Druid lists.
Yeah, I've only seen Thalnos on the ladder, not really in any Conquest format Druid decks.
He's just a good dude. How many does Bruce... Oh, that's going to be a good Primordial Drake. And then
Another Drake.
The quest. So he's finishing the quest, and I think he's putting himself in a good position now to start. He's still got his Brawl, Sulfurous, start hammering things down. I wouldn't count him out of this matchup yet.
No.
G-Nets is going to pick up the Auctioneer. Good.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that he's not at 10 mana at the moment, though.
Yeah, you can't Wild Growth, so he's going to have to hang on the turn.
He doesn't really have any clean ways of dealing with these Drakes or developing his own Jades at the moment.
He can doubles. No, he can't. Let's see. Yeah, he's just 1 mana off from being able to double swipe hero power, but that would feel bad too.
Yeah, none of these plays feel good.
He could Feral Rage, potentially, help him take out, and then he could swipe and then bump, and that's a full clear.
Oh, he's hovering over the Fandral.
Yep, that's probably a clean Feral Rage turn. But then he can't kill the other one, so that's tough. That was definitely difficult.
Yeah, those 2 Primordial Drakes in his hand are really heavy.
You know, Brewski's got his quest completed. He could just equip Sulfurous now. He could use his face to clean off the 5/3, and then the Rag Shot really doesn't have a horrible outcome from it.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely what you do here.
He can even clear the fan. Rag Shot always in his face if he wants to. He can bump it and then Whirlwind.
Okay. He just wants to just letting it roll and then seeing where it lands.
Yeah, I don't think you're really scared of Fandral value at this point, are you? Maybe Jade Idol?
Jade Idol, he's got another Nourish.
He can kill it with hitting it with his face, whirlwinding.
Yeah. Keeping that board clear. Now G-Nets is in that spot where he just doesn't have any Jades on the board. He's only one way to generate Jades at the moment.
Yeah, but it's a pretty good he's just gonna Wild Growth, pick up the excess mana card. He's gonna hang on to it for his next turn. So he can draw 3 cards, 2 cards right away off of his Auctioneer. and still has 4 mana left.
Yeah, he's going to hope to hit Earthen Scales and his Jade Idols if he's got them. He's got to go off, and he has to do it probably next turn, or that Rag Hero Power is just going to do too much work. Brewski also has the Dirty Rats in hand.
He's got the Dirty Rats. I mean, is there any harm in playing them? Especially if you're going to brawl. That's it. That's what you wanted to hit.
You want to hit Auctioneers. You want to hit other Jade cards. I don't think he has any other Jades generating minions in his deck, but that Auctioneer spells doom.
Yeah, and Brewski's not scared. He's not even going to he could clean the auction. He can't even clear the Auctioneer, actually. That's an error. He should have brawled. Not sure why he didn't brawl there.
Finds another Execute.
That was a lucky top. But yeah,
he already had the Execute.
Oh, he already had the Execute. You can barely see his cards. They're the top player. Yeah, I don't know why he still brawl there.
Yeah, not sure. I definitely would have brawled. He picks up a Nourish.
He's got his Earthen Scales, so he's got a Jade. It's huge.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just going to be an 8/8.
But he's got the Earthen Scales to bump it to an.
Yeah,
Should he
very
want
true.
to do that. He's almost out of range of the Rag Power, but he's got 6 cards left in his deck. I don't know if he can find them.
He's thinking about playing the Earthen Scales on the 6/6.
Maybe he just wants more armor right now. But, I mean, that doesn't... But,
Yeah, if that's the case, you'd want to put it on the 8/8.
yeah. It's definitely a strange play. Maybe he's just trying to deter Brewski from using his face to clear one of his minions? I don't know.
Yeah, hard to tell what he's thinking. But Brewski's got a lot of removal in his hand.
That's a pretty good
awesome.
stuff with the fishes.
Yeah, it's really awesome when your hero power is both face damage and a removal spell.
Pretty good one. And he hits the minion.
Perfect.
Got it.
Drawing last, that's always what we want.
Nope. An error. Somewhere, Mark Shire is clutching his head in pain.
With 5 cards left in his deck, G-Nets can't find the last Auctioneer, and he really needs it.
Yeah, that double swipe is just a clean way to clean up the board. I mean, you leave the rat, but if you even poke it, yeah, he's going to poke it. Kind of sucks because you know you're going to get hit in the face for 8.
Yeah, the way G-Nets comes back and wins this game, he has to hit the Auctioneer. Then he's going to draw the cards with the Wild Growth, the Earthen Scales, the Jade Idol. He needs to hit the Innervate. He needs to shuffle his idols. He needs to be making...
There he is.
There
right
it is.
on time. Got the best deals anywhere.
I don't think you want to play the Wild Growth first.
Yeah, I think he's not going to Auctioneer to get the 4/8 on the board, and then just hope that soaks up a rag shot.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He's on the clock though.
I mean, that's what you wanted to happen if you wanted that to hit your dude, right? You don't want that to hit.
Yeah, I think if you take that line of play, you want it to soak the rag shot.
This is going to be a pretty good Auctioneer. Let's see if we can. I think you always shuffle before you start drawing, right?
Yeah, I would think so. But you know, he's got that Innervate. That Innervate's definitely going to find him a Jade Idol.
Oh yeah, he's got so few cards in his hand, he can just keep going. Every card in his deck right now is a Jade Idol. That's pretty crazy. He's actually going to get out 5 Jades.
Brewski's faith in holding the brawls is going to be rewarded.
Yeah, he's got both of them.
He decided to rely on that hero power for dealing with everything up till this point, and then let the brawls do the rest.
Yeah, that's pretty good when your hero power can do that much work.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a little bit of an ordering error. He's going to take an extra bit of fatigue damage. But, I think that's just a drop in the ocean at this point.
Yeah, especially the Earthen Scales. I don't think you're really worried about it. You're just so much health back.
I'm almost out of cards.
But GNets is going to be in a little bit of trouble once the brawls come out because he's not going to have that draw engine just to go infinite on these Jade Golems.
Yep, brawl's
Here
coming
comes
down.
the brawl. That's a pretty good brawl. Oh no!
That's a bad outcome.
Yeah, because you can't cleanly deal with it. Oh, and it hit the face too.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure about him playing shield block last turn. I think he needed to save that mana for an execute potentially.
Oh no! Yeah, that would have been great because now you could have face tanked it and execute. I don't know if you wanted to do that. I think GNets is going to be able to come back in this game.
Yeah, it's looking like it. These Jade Golems are big enough to just completely ignore that rag hero power.
Yeah, they don't care. The more you get of them on the board, I mean, I don't think GNets is really concerned about committing too much to the board at this point. I mean, the brawl's going to come out, but one of these is probably going to live.
Yeah, when your rag hero power is reduced to being an execute activator, that's not a spot you want to be in.
No. And you're going to have to do it too. And he's not going to be able to play any of these minions. And it hit the face. Wow. You definitely don't want Rag to be hit in the face at this point.
Here comes a big old boy.
And he's just going to be able to cycle the Wrathing and then up. It's not going to be a whole lot of units.
Yeah, the minions in Brewski's hand and his deck are just going to be big enough for Wrath to not make any difference. So he's just going to use it to play another 15-15.
Yeah, that's probably going to do it for this series.
Yep.
I don't see the line here, Brewski. Maybe
gotta have Deathwing.
Maybe you get a couple taunts. No, you can't even play 2 taunts this turn and hit the hero power.
That's gonna be it. And after a back and forth game, GNets is gonna take this series 3-0.
Well played.
It's unfortunate because GNets was so far behind for a long time in this game.
Yeah, he made a lot of plays that I disagree with, but he came out on top. That's what matters.
So if you're Brewski, like, where do you think you went wrong in this series?
That's a tough one. I don't play a lot of Taunt Warrior. I'm normally on GNet's side of the table.
Yeah, I mean, hindsight's always 50-50, but if he just won the 50-50, pitched the quest against the Pirate Warrior, I think he gets a much better matchup there, and he gets his Taunt Warrior out of the way, and then maybe it's a different series from there, because maybe Pirate Warrior is a tougher matchup against the Mage and the Priest.
Yeah, very true.
So, I mean, if we're going to look at the series with hindsight being 2020, I think it all comes down to just that mulligan, and that's got to feel.
Yeah, he just didn't make the correct read, and sometimes that's what an entire conquest match comes down to. Got to be making the reads.
So next we got Sunshine, and we got Slime Guy. Slime Guy and Sunshine up here. I know Slime Guy really well. We had a joint server with the Initium Novum guys last season. He's a really smart player, and he's just a really good dude. I don't know much about Sunshine, but this should be a pretty interesting matchup. All right, so we got the bands. Let's take a look at the matchups in the here really quickly. We got, let's see. So Slime Guy's got Mage, Paladin, Shaman, Warrior, and I believe his Paladin was banned. And then Sunshine has Druid, Paladin, Priest, Warrior, and his Warrior was banned. Anything you can gain from these matchups here and the bans?
Let's see here. So they both bought Paladin and Warrior. And you said Sunshine's Warrior or his Paladin was banned?
Dyrus, can you?
All right, so Sunshine's Paladin was banned. So he's got Druid, Priest, Warrior.
Yeah.
And if he's up against the Mage, Paladin, Shaman from Slime Guy, that Shaman pick's interesting. I wonder what's going through Sunshine's head when he sees that Shaman.
Yeah, if you have the Shaman, you're definitely not going to ban Paladin. I mean, that's a class that Paladin pretty well. I think he's going to probably try to go for more of a control Shaman route, maybe.
Yeah.
Good. Those devolves are pretty good against those Murloc boards, especially when they get buffed. It looks like they're getting ready to play here. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to be a weird, close matchup. But again, we've seen another Priest deck here. I don't really know what you can target here with the Priest over Slime Guy. Maybe you can target the Mage with it, but other than that, it doesn't have a lot of really good matchups.
Yeah, if he banned that Warrior. He banned Slime Guy's Warrior, so it's gonna be difficult to tell what's going on with these two. Excited to see this.
I don't know if it's a control Priest based off of the Warrior ban, but I'm gonna hop in there. Looks like they're queuing up right now. So let's hop in here.
All right. So Slime Guy's starting off with that Mage. He's put Potion of Polymorph in his deck. That's really surprising for me.
So it's probably a secret Mage.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. And then we got the Taunt Warrior.
Okay, we're seeing more Taunt Warrior. He's holding the quest in that Fiery War Axe. That War Axe is going to deal with Mana Worms and Sorcerer's Apprentices and anything that he deems to be an early game threat.
It's definitely Secrets Mage. You can tell by the Cabal Lackey.
Mm-hmm.
Does that give it any sort of an edge over the Taunt Warriors?
In my experience with this deck is you play when you're playing the Secret Mage, you play really quickly. And if Taunt Warrior can't get up those taunts early, then you've just got the game in the bag. But he's got that Fiery War Axe that's going to deny the Mana Worm. He doesn't have any secrets for the Cabal Lackey either.
Yeah, he doesn't have any secrets. He's got the Frostbolt, so maybe he can get some value out of the Mana Worm. If you 3, Mana Worm, Frostbolt the face, you can get it to stick around. But then he could just Dirty Rat and deny any value from the minions and block the Mana Worm. So Brewski's definitely got a really good hand for this situation right now. Pick up an LA Armor Smith, so he's going to start getting some taunts going very soon.
He's going to go ahead and equip that War Axe, and he's going to say, I don't care about your 1/1.
You just ignore it. You got enough whirlwind effects in the deck.
Wow.
Don't really.
That's an interesting play. Yeah, I guess he realizes in order to beat the Taunt Warrior, you're going to have to deal as much damage as you can. And this is one of those ways you can do that.
You have to be the aggressor, right? You can't just sit passively, especially with this type of a deck where it's like a more aggressive minion deck. I don't think you can afford to be passive.
Yeah, he's going to get that extra damage from that Mana Worm next turn. That Fireball is going to deal with this Bloodhoof Brave, no problem.
Yeah, and you almost have to do it. Ethereal Arcanist is not that great when you don't have any secrets.
If he picks up a secret next turn with stay on curve with the Cabal Lackey into the Ethereal Arcanist, it's going to be a bit stronger, but that's not happening just yet.
Not yet. And that's a good pull. So, you kind of have to deal with that right now.
Yeah, I think I would have attacked the Mana Worm because it becomes a 5/5 at the end of the turn, I believe.
Yeah.
So the Mana Worm could get even bigger, much quicker.
Not great. You're gonna see the amazing emote. Not great from the Baffling Book to Greater Arcane Missiles. Those are generally not great.
Yeah. Babbling Book wants to cast a spell, and he wants to cast a specific spell. The spell happens to be Greater Arcane Missiles. But Slime can't do anything with that.
No, he can't really do anything with the rest of his turn either.
Nope. He's just gonna probably hero power. I would probably take the 2 damage on my Mana Worm.
Yeah,
knowing full well that it's gonna die next turn.
He looked like he wanted to ping his Mana Worm for a second.
Yep.
Correct play.
He makes the same call. I think Sunshine wants to keep those taunts. Keep them coming.
Yeah, and he's just going to get... This is good for Sunshine, because he's going to build towards completing his quest. Ellie Armorsmith against an empty board is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Arcane Intellect's exactly what Slime wants to see. Arcanologist. Perfect.
Ooh, Mirror Entity is good, too. That's a good one.
Next turn, he's got options.
It's interesting to see if Sunshine plays around the Mirror Entity at all.
I think you would have to. This deck is very obviously Secret Mage, and Mirror Entity is one of the premier secrets in the deck.
Yes,
so,
I think you just go with the Stonehill. I think that plays around it well enough.
Yes, perfectly. Even if it's Potion of Polymorph, which ironically Slime is playing in his deck.
Oh no, not the hatchling. Don't do it. Don't do it, Sunshine.
Yeah, I think the Stonehill Acolyte is the obvious play here. I don't think there's any other options.
Yeah, you don't really get punished for doing it. If it's potion, your battle cry still goes off. It's gonna feel really bad. You're giving him a good minion plus value. You don't want to do it.
You know, he does have that Firelands portal.
Firelands portal's good. But he picks up the what is this one? Verdant Longneck, just 5-mana 5/4. Good enough.
When you have to hover over the card, you're like, I have never played this card. Okay.
This is a Druid card?
Apparently.
Yeah, I didn't realize Druids had over 3 minutes.
All right, now he decides to play that Stonehill Defender. Oh,
it should have come out last. Yeah, I think I would have just gone the Craze War. I know you don't have any Cthulhu value, but just I think a 5-mana 3/6. And, you know, the Cornered Sentry is not that great.
Yeah, it's basically a Fen Creeper at this point. That Crazed Worshipper.
Yeah, it's definitely not a terrible pick.
I believe the play we want to see here is Mana Worm Greater Arcane Missiles, denying that draw.
Let's do
getting
it.
that free 6 that free 6 face damage.
Yeah, it was bound to happen. I mean, the odds of getting the 9 face damage were slim. Not a lot of answers here for Sunshine. He could Cornered Sentry into a Whirlwind effect. Probably the Ravaging Ghoul.
Yeah, you know, he's close to completing that quest.
He's only got to get one more.
But I think Slime's got enough damage in his deck to where he'd be pretty excited to see the warrior stop gaining 2 armor every turn.
Yeah, and he's still at a healthy life total. He's still at 30 health. He's going to get a free counter spell next turn.
Yep.
Or even just, yeah, he can. Well, he's only in. Polymorph's pretty good too, but that won't help him out. Quest,
no.
But it will deny value for the.
Yeah, I think you play the Greater Arcane Missiles. Hope it kills both minions, send the rest face. I don't think any of these secrets are going to impact the rest of this game.
Not a bad plan. You just got to win a coin flip. I don't think you poke the minion.
No, absolutely not. No, you need that Mana Worm to win the game.
Yeah, I don't agree with that play. And it would have worked out perfectly too. So that's definitely
it would represent way more face damage than that extra shot from the missiles.
Yeah, that's definitely a punish. You know, and if you're gonna trade in, you trade in last. So that's definitely in this ordering there. Like if you're resigned to trading in, you definitely trade in after the Greater Arcane Missiles.
Okay, Primordial Glyph. Let's see a Pyroblast. Well, it's got
another
glyph.
Primordial Glyph.
Keep the dice rolling. Kabbalist Tome, absolutely.
Let's do it. Blessed.
There it is. Perfect.
He's going to get the Kieran Tormage down for good measure.
Yeah,
He can even freeze the Ellie Armorsmith just to avoid any armor.
I think that's what you do. Get that Potion of Polymorph down, deny the next taunt minion, freeze the Ellie Armorsmith to just stop as much armor as you can, and hope you can burn him over the next 2 turns.
All you have to do is pick up a fireball and spot. He's going to keep the... Do you think he's going to equip Sulfuras here?
I would hope not.
I wouldn't.
I would be scared. He finally plays around that Potion of Polymorph. That's awesome. We like to see that. That Drake's going to be nice and healthy. The Dirty Rat pick was smart.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good dude to have. You could deny any value. You could potentially pull an Antonitis out. I think you just Pyroblast his face, and you hope to draw some burn on your next turn.
Yeah, that's an option.
Mean, more taunts are going to keep coming down. I think, like, at the end of the day, that might be your only line to winning.
I wonder.
So let's see. He's going to gain 4 armor the following turn for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Put him at 8 health.
So yeah, there's really not a lot of reach you have for 8. Do you ever just Pyroblast the Armorsmith?
I think that's the play. You're going to need that repetitive damage.
And just keep jamming him in the face for 4. It's tough because more taunts are coming. He's definitely got at least one more taunt on Stonehill.
Yeah. He's already played 1 Fireball. He's played 1 Frostbolt. He hasn't played any of the 2-mana 2/3 deal 3. Forget that card's name, but
looks like he's going to go the Ethereal Arcanist.
Yeah, I think
I don't
there's
know how
merit.
Yeah, it's an interesting play. It's going to get really big, but yeah, Sunshine's got answers. He's got the Dirty Rat Brawl.
Yep. The more I think about it, the more I agree with this play. Sunshine drops the Dirty Rat. Sees there's no other minions in hand, and then he thinks, "Do I want to play another Dirty Rat just to get a 2-mana 2/6 in play?"
Oh, he plays around the counter spell too.
I actually think he wanted that Whirlwind to go off.
But now he could brawl and feel bad about it. Oh, he's going to equip the Sulfuras.
I think that's right. I think you're at 18 health. If you're feeling pretty safe, if you're paying attention to the meta, Vicious Syndicate, you know that most secret mages aren't playing Pyroblast. And you don't really play around Pyroblast from Primordial Glyph.
No, you can't. You can't really play around Primordial Glyph at all.
Yeah.
This Medivh's Valet could be a pretty good... Get an extra 3 damage onto the Armorsmith. Deny any more armor from coming in. For free anyways.
Yeah, he got a couple turns. Stop. Now you know that my opponent is at a solid 15. There's no more armor coming out unless because both Armorsmiths have been dealt with.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's playing shield blocks. He's just got to pray.
Yeah, you're just 1 fireball pickup away. Now it's a race, and that's huge for Sunshine.
He's got the second glyph.
I think you Pyroblast first, right? Or do you glyph first?
I think you play the glyph potentially, because if you Pyroblast immediately, if your opponent has like shield blocks in hand, you're gonna want them to feel a little safe that they don't need to play them.
Yeah,
some mind games going on. He's gonna go ahead and Pyroblast. That's fine too. Regardless, this Primordial Glyph or this draw needs to be damage for Slam to win this game.
Yeah, there comes the shield block. Oh, right off the top. But
Mana Bind, that's going to give him another opportunity to draw some damage.
But, he's just 1 Primordial Glyph discovering Pyroblast away from winning the game. I mean, that's what he needs right now, because otherwise he's going to be able to come back in. Oh, never mind. The Rag Hero Power hitting the face is legal.
Oh, all right.
Maths, I'm not very good at it.
I'm disappointed that we didn't get to see 2 Pyroblasts. But, that's just how it turned out.
I'm not very
Sunshine.
good at maths. Sometimes I pull up a calculator on my second monitor to start taking the life total and adding up lethal.
Yep, I've been playing a lot of aggro druid recently, and I can't tell you how many times I've had a board full of 2/2s. I toss down Savage Roar, and I'm like, I don't care if I miscounted, I miscounted. Or we're doing this.
Well, the 2/2s is easy. You just double the 2/2s.
I don't do math.
Yeah.
I am a D-list celebrity. I have people do math for me.
You got your people?
Yeah. I wish I had people. All right, we're going into
You're
game
Tim from
2.
Tim's team. You have nothing but people.
A team is comprised of people. Sunshine's got that Dragon Priest. Ooh, Slime's got a very defensive Shaman.
Yeah,
This
that's
is going to be an interesting game.
This is definitely going to be interesting because usually Dragon Priests have an edge over Shamans. Usually. But if you're going defensive, I don't know, especially missing all the dragons, I don't really know much about this matchup, honestly.
If the Draconid Operatives and the Lyra generate enough value, I would say that that Sunshine's got the edge. But I haven't seen this matchup almost at all, so I could be very wrong.
Slime's got his own value generator. He's got his Stonehill Defenders. Maybe he's running an Inzoth package with these control shamans. Very
possible. Stonehill Defender can pick up. That's Inzoth. I think we're pretty safe to assume that Karen and White Eyes are also in this list. Stonehill Defender can pick up White Eyes as well.
Yeah, so maybe he can pick up enough value to outlast. And now with Spirit Echo too, maybe he just gets nothing but value.
Oh man, but Dragon Priest has the board presence. What?
That's interesting.
What is that? What are those?
What are those? I
don't know.
I mean,
there's White Eyes.
That's
a snap pick. Yeah.
Like, okay, so if you're running Volcano, Devil Soar is pretty good, right? You're going to pop your own minions and you're going to get a 5/5. But coming back off the Inzoth, it's not great at all. Because Inzoth can only summon so many minions, and if you get enough White Eyes off of Spirit Echoes, your own, Stonehills, then you might skip summoning a White Eyes off.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and devolve this. Looks like
it's not a bad devolve board. I mean, you're getting a lot of value off of the heals, drawing cards. Oh man,
the positioning.
The positioning is perfect. Have you ever seen that before in your life?
I have not seen that. That's great.
I gotta screenshot this. That's amazing. Oh man, just a priest with a flame tongue totem. No big deal. Volcano will be able to clean. You'll get a 5/5.
Just ignore that. Ooh, Lightning Storm's good too. Opts to go for the Volcano.
I mean, the Volcano's good. It cleans up the whole board, and you get a 5/5. So that's where the Devil Soar gets good. But I just think coming back off the Inzoth, it's weak.
Yeah, Golden Devil Soar is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of golden cards.
I'm a big fan of golden diamond cards.
Mm-hmm. Sets up the Radiant Elemental to try to get some Lyra shenanigans next turn.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna have a lot of cheap spells. But you got the Tidal Surge. You have to clear it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's going to generate way too much value off the Lyra. You just have to kill it now.
Yep. Very safe assumption that your Dragon Priest opponent is playing Lyra, and if you get rid of both of their Radiant Elementals, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you feel great about that. And
the first time I've seen that card being played, honestly.
The Tidal Surge?
Mm-hmm.
It's in a lot of control.
Well, that tells you how much Control Shaman I've played against.
I played Control Shaman exclusively last season, which is weird because that was the season of Aggro Shaman. But I wish I had Tidal Surge last season. The card's great.
Right. So I think we want to see the white eyes come down.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
every time. He's gonna pick up the death though. That takes care of it pretty cleanly. And he
Mhm.
could get some Lyra value too, and then Lyra might stick for a turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you do that.
We know he's got the devolve, but Lyra might.
Yeah, his opponent already played one devolve, so you're pretty safe in assuming that the other one's not in hand just yet.
And he's gonna clear off the totem.
Yep, this seems right. Not going to win by pushing face damage.
Nope.
He's got the Power Word Tentacles.
Yeah,
He's
that's
got
an
the Shadow
interesting card.
Visions. If Lyra survives, this is going to be a lot of value being generated.
I can't see Lyra survive. If you're slime, you know that value is how you win this. By denying all the value, you kind of get yourself back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Devolve come down and turn the Bookworm into a Lyra. Nope.
Nope, but it's still a pretty sticky board. It's going to be difficult for him to deal with, especially with that 3/6, the Dark Speaker. I don't think I've ever seen this card played in my life, to be honest with you.
No, me neither. I'm having over to hover way too many cards tonight.
Yeah, this is bad. Can we just not do that?
Playing that Shadow Visions. What do you look for?
Obviously, not another Shadow Vision. That's just a waste. I don't know. Maybe Shadow Words, Dragonfire Potions. He had the opportunity to take both, and he didn't.
Yeah, I think Dragonfire Potion would be a great pick. Always happy to have 4 of those in my deck.
Yeah, I think you just pick that one, and you're okay with it. I think picking another Shadow Word or Shadow Visions was a mistake. I don't think you ever want to do that. You just basically paid 2 mana to do nothing.
Yep.
Pretty clean turn from Slime here. He's just gonna sog off the Slither. That's a good
There
dude
we
to
go.
have. Yeah, you take it. That's a snap pick. Can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. Priest has no way to deal with that.
Yep. This is a very obvious choice, but Slime Guy's going to let Sunshine sweat it out. He's going to slow roll him.
What to do?
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
I
he
don't know.
values. I disagree, but I think he values the 1/1 more than the untargetable.
yeah. I don't know if I agree with that.
I do appreciate the fact that the giant mastodon has crazy eyes. Sogoth doesn't even have eyes.
Does not. Now
Okay.
this is when you want to use the Shadow Vision.
Now that makes a lot of sense as to why you wanted to not pick up the Dragonfire Potion.
But if that's the case, then you just don't even.
Oh boy. Sunshine is going to go long in this game.
He's going to get so much value. I think, unless we see some crazy like Storm Guardian shenanigans where he gets like 10 of them on the board. I don't know.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Slime just hasn't picked up the Death Rattles to make this this N'Zoth just insane. Doesn't even have any to play for the future. He's just got to clear the board with the Lightning Storm.
Yep. And it's not even really a great Lightning Storm. It's only hitting some Silverhand recruits and a Dark Iron Dwarf. Yeah, I don't know if your health matters there, but you definitely just want to get a dude on the board.
Yeah.
All right, is he going to shuffle in another Angoro pack?
Why not? Put a 5/5
Twelve-year
in
Warden.
play.
I mean, 12-year Warden can draw another one of his Northshire Clerics, which then can draw him some cards, healing up his
True.
release. Maybe that's the play I might have opted for.
He's going to keep his opponent's board under control.
Yeah, he's got Ancestral Spirits. He can always Ancestral the Storm Guardian. Probably not a bad play.
Yeah, I don't think Priest has very clean ways of handling that. Both Shadow Word Deaths have been played.
Yep, both deaths are gone. I think you have to know that. I think you just Ancestral the Storm Guardian and just Hope he sticks around. It's a pretty clean use of all 7 of your mana, too.
Yeah. Potentially, knowing that his opponent has played Elise and then gotten the pack from Shadow Visions, maybe you just opt for the late game and hold that Ancestral Spirit for another Death Rattle minion so that your N'Zoth is just insane. I do think you would play the 10-10.
Yeah. This is interesting.
Yeah, the health total is not going to matter so much. So,
well, wait a minute.
We
got Inner Fire, Divine Spirits. We've got a Cabal Talon Priest. Maybe we can start seeing some insane damage here. Cabal Talon Priest is another 3. It's up to 11. Doubling it would be 22.
22 damage.
Yep.
Slime doesn't have any hexes in hand at the moment. He's played both devolves.
Yes.
I'm really happy that Sunshine is holding off. No reason to go all in with the combo yet.
Nope. And again, he's going to put down the Giant Mastodon, which I think, again, is another just misplay. You have to beat its health down. You can't.
Yeah, I guess knowing your opponent plays 2 Shadow Word Deaths, they're gonna kill it through minion power anyway. So might as well take that as extra stats.
Yeah, that should have been the Sogoth. Sogoth would have been pretty good there, but I mean the Shadow Word Death is gone. So, would he get anything good from this pack here? Nah, Umbra is not that great. The Giant Wasp could be pretty good.
Vine Cleaver helps.
Vine Cleaver's value. It's good.
Getaway Kodo. Oh man, I would not like to see another release.
Me neither. But luckily the Primordial Drake. Yeah, he's just gonna Inner Fire.
He's gonna do it. 420. Blaze it.
Blaze it.
Tonight on 2020.
You have to do it. He's good, but he puts on lethal pressure.
His opponent's played 2 devolves, 1 hex. He's got 13 cards left in his deck. I would feel pretty safe with that play.
At what point do you start slapping down? I think you slap down the Storm Guardian and you Ancestral Spirit it. There's no clean way for your opponent to deal with it. Maybe it kills the Drake. Or maybe you can kill the Drake. You have to find a way to kill that Drake.
Yeah, you have to. You can't hold the Ancestral Spirit for much longer.
Yep, he agrees.
And that's kind of the issue with playing Devolve so early against a very high value deck.
Not a lot of. I mean, Draconid Operative's pretty good. Does he have any dragons in his hand?
He doesn't.
I can't even tell with all these cards.
With all those cards in hand, he does not have a dragon other than Operative.
Really bad.
That's funny.
I think you could play the Wasp here, right? Because you could kind of chill.
Yeah.
Knowing that the Wasp can just take a free trade on that 10-10 that comes down.
Yeah. You're telling your opponent, I'm going to let this little insect deal with you. I don't like the hit there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really disagree. That 20 attack minion is one of the best ways to put out damage, and he picks up the Lightning Storm. That's going to kill the Wasp.
That's going to kill the whole board, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no, it's not.
So hopefully he has the insight and the knowledge to play the Lightning Storm first, play around Getaway Kodo, and that's exactly what he does. Good on Slime there.
Yeah, plus he wanted to gain the health, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but he gets back the
Giant Wasp. That's better than a Drake, I'd say.
Yeah, it's better than getting back one of the 1/1s.
True.
This jungle hides many secrets.
We're seeing at least number 3 this game.
She's just a good dude.
She is a good dude.
She's just a good dude. And it's an easy Dragonfire Potion. You're not going to get much better boards to Dragonfire Potion from Shaman.
Considering that my opponents played a lot of Death Rattles this game, I might hold that Dragonfire Potion for N'Zoth bringing back White Eyes.
I mean,
You're not exactly being threatened at the moment.
It's a pretty easy turn. I think you can Earth Elemental thing from below and just put a lot of pressure on.
Yeah. Yeah, you know your opponent's got all the cards in hand are from Ungoro except for one.
They're all Ungoro packs. And that one card's been sitting there for a couple of turns. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you play the thing from below there. I'm not sure why you hold it.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be too scared.
Does he have any kind of Death Rattle synergy in his hand with the Umbra? Not really.
Nope.
Good. Yeah, he's just going to clear off the Earth Elemental.
It is really cool to see Priest with Vine Cleaver.
That's pretty good. What do you take here? Those are really great options. Fury's okay.
Take the Wind Fury. You know, your opponent's not going to single target removal that 2/2 anyway. Might as well make it a little bit more threatening.
Hot Spring Guardian's probably not what you're looking for here, but get him down. I think you have to empty it out, dude.
Gonna have to. It's really unfortunate he's not found the cycle that he needs to win this game.
No, I think that's the problem with Shamans now is they just don't have a lot of cycle. They have Manatide Totems, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Losing
not exactly. Oh, wait. I mean, I guess this list could play like Loot Hoarder, right?
Yeah, it could.
Could throw that in there.
Could throw Loot. I'm not sure why he's holding onto the... That's really weird. Card to just value in that manner, in a sense where you just won't let go of it.
Oh, there's the pack.
There it is.
I think that's the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, he's just
he's opened to more packs.
Oh, he got picked up the Meteor. That's sick.
Jeez. Mana Bind's going to give him another card. Hopefully, he's hoping the Slime Guy's playing Spirit Echo. That would be a sweet free card to get.
That would be. This is... That's insane. How many packs has Sunshine opened?
He's opened 3 packs this game. He's opened way more packs this game than I've opened in the past couple of weeks.
He's getting a free Volcano.
Oh my gosh.
I was just going to say, it's like he's pay to win and Slime Guy's free to play.
Not every day you can pay to win inside of a match.
Yeah, Slime Guy's just free to play. Come on, dude. Drop that thing. What is he doing?
Can't wait anymore.
I don't know. It's weird. I think he's just holding out for Spirit Echo.
Oh, White Eyes.
Every time.
There's wait, taking Hex.
No. He's got the Spirit Slinger Umbra. Why are you...
Oh, yeah.
You just chill out.
That would have been crazy.
What are you doing, man? Chill out. You chill and then drop Spirit Slinger Umbra into White Eyes.
Oh, another Earth Elemental not finding his Death Rattle. That's got to feel so bad.
He's only got the one right now, right? Just the one.
Just White Eyes. And that was from Stonehill Defender, so we know White Eyes is in his deck. It has to be.
He's finally playing the... It was time.
Another Draconid operative. It's got Meteor.
Just a good Meteor.
Oh, this animation. So satisfying.
And he's got the
Fire
Fire
Plume
Plume just to clean it up.
I want to take a moment to point out how beautiful the golden Fire Plume Phoenix is. It's
Sunshine's
gorgeous.
just God right now, to be honest.
Yeah. It even has a volcano in the background of the art.
I need to craft that like right now. Sick. Slime's up 2-0, and that's like a matchup where we thought Shaman might have a lot of the answers, but he just got severely outvalued.
Yeah, Sunshine's up 2-0. I already forgot what cards or what classes he has left. There's only one.
That was too enthralling of a match.
I just witnessed 2 games that went very different ways than I thought they were going to go.
Yeah, he still got Druid left.
He's got Druid. Okay. Well, based on the fact that he's got very high-end value Priest and Warrior, that obviously seems to be a Jade Druid, but I'd love him to switch it up and have that be an aggro Druid.
I love aggro.
Yeah. Sunshine seems like the kind of guy that would be playing Ramp Druid right now.
Yes.
That's my guess.
Jungle Giants Druid. Let's go one time.
Let's see it.
Let's go. One time.
And Slime has options. He's got his Mage, his Paladin, and his Shaman.
Yeah, I mean, what do you queue up if you're...
Well,
Yeah, Paladin.
Paladin is a safe pick.
Mage is not the safe pick. I think you want to queue Mage last into this one.
Yep. Get as many points as you can in this THL format. Well, we see some semblance of a curve in Slime's hand.
Yeah, he's going to go 2-3-4 pretty good.
Yeah, you might want to hold on to that Peacekeeper. You might just Hero Power instead.
Sunshine's got the ramp. But look at this. He's interested enough. He's got the Druid of the Claw.
Wow. He's looking to innovate that out next turn.
It's interesting. You don't see that card too often anymore.
You really don't.
Yeah, Noble Sack's really the only good secret there. Yeah, you definitely innervate it out. You got 2 of them in your hand. You don't have anything to do the next few turns.
Yeah, you might as well. You're already holding 2 innervates.
And he's going to poke. That's a pretty passive turn when you have option.
Yeah, he probably figures that he's got time.
Yeah, but even if you have time, you just want to accelerate your clock.
Yep, I would agree. Plays around Noble Sack though. He can just raft.
Yeah,
He's gonna do it. Not sure why you would coin out the Wild Growth if you were just gonna Hero Power the following turn. But he plays around Getaway Kodo. Unfortunately, that's not the secret that we see in play right now.
nope. Yeah, that's a good point you bring up. Coining the Wild Growth just to Hero Power the following turn. It's kind of a waste of all the resources you put into the Wild Growth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gentle Megastore seems like a good play. If you even got one Murloc to do buff, you do it.
Yeah, I think you give it the health.
Yeah, either the health or the plant. Health is probably better because of the swipe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Burgly Bully is
Bully.
coming down.
What kind of druid is this?
This is most likely just Jade Druid. We just haven't seen any Jade cards picked up yet. I'm assuming this Gadgetzan Auctioneer is for synergy. Or sorry, this Burgly Bully is for synergy with Gadgetzan Auctioneer. Either way you want to spin it.
It's interesting. I got the Halo glitch. The
Yeah,
Lord and
me
Savior. Lord and Savior Malfurion. Now he's going to innervate something out here. I don't see any good innervate targets.
Yeah, I don't know what you'd want to do.
Yeah. It's going to Earth and Scales.
Okay. All right.
The Burgly Bully. I don't know if I double Earth and Scales. I don't know if I agree with that.
It puts it out of range.
Yeah, but it's such an easy equality.
Or you could Eldor and ignore it.
Yeah, you could
what I would
Eldor and
do.
ignore it. Yeah. Yeah, I think Sunshine had very clear lines to just be dominant in this game, and I think he kind of blew it.
Yeah, I would agree. He's got those innervates. Could have gotten a minion on the board. He has the Wraths for cycle. A lot of times when you pick up double Innervate in your opening hand, you need that cycle. But, you know, if,
Well, I mean,
if Slime plays spells and picks up a couple coins and draws Auctioneer, then that solves all of his problems.
he's going to be able to get immediate value off the Vandal, too. He'll be able to Fandral, Innervate, Druid of the Claw.
Okay, there it is.
There it is.
Slime.
He's going to Auctioneer, Innervate.
This is a little dangerous considering he doesn't have a lot of spells to follow up with.
It's very dangerous. This is going to be the easiest to quality consecrate board of Slime Guy's life, if he chooses to go that route.
Considering we're 13 cards into Sunshine's deck and we haven't seen any Jade cards, I'm getting a little nervous. I don't know what his win condition is.
Yeah, it's probably just like a ramp druid.
It's possible he's just playing Jade Idols, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's possible too, but there's no way you play Jade Druid and cut Jade. That card's too good.
I can see playing the Burglary Bully. That makes a lot of sense. I can see some people opting for that. But I think you want to play one of the equalities here. I don't think you want to keep both of those minions alive. Actually, no, this makes sense.
No, that's fine.
It's not going to give him any coins. Don't think you want to play the Fandral, though. I think you want to be nourishing.
Yeah, you have to nourish. You need cards. And he's going to draw last, which is, just correct.
No, he's going for the Druid of the Claw.
That's weird.
He's saving, since he's not playing Fandral with the Feral Rage, he's going to save Fandral to get the extra 2 mana next turn with the cards that he's drawing.
Yeah, that's fine.
That makes some sense.
That's fine. That's a pretty good Primordial Drake.
Yeah, unfortunately, he hasn't gotten any coins from this Burglary Bully.
Oh, there's a Jade card.
All right.
There we go.
I see it. Wait, no, play the Nourish. No!
Yeah.
No!
What are you doing? You always nourish first.
Okay, he sees it.
Yeah, it's okay. You have to deal with the fan.
Absolutely. Just play the Consecrate. You've already dealt with one Auctioneer. You can handle giving your opponent 1 coin.
Yeah, 1 coin's not a huge deal. Is he considering leaving up the Fandral? I don't think he is.
No, I hope he isn't. I don't see a world in which that's a good idea.
It's never a good idea.
Looking into all the parallel worlds, and I just don't see it.
Yeah, oh, there we go. The code.
Okay.
That's good. That'll do it. Whew.
My heart was racing.
Yeah, I was like, no way.
Don't do this to me, Slime. Don't you dare. Drawing his cards.
Drawing first, obviously, in play.
There we go. That's what we like to see.
He's got a lot of his Jades, but there's no Jade minions. Is he just playing the Jade spells?
That's what it looks like. It looks like he's playing the Druid of the Claws and the Tar Creepers to defend against early game aggression from decks like Pirate Warrior. But then he's got those Jade Idols and the cycle with the coins from the Burglary Bully and the Gadgetzan Auctioneers to deal with late game decks.
Yeah, that's one way to go about it. Man. Yeah, Slime's just going to make a board. That's going to be way too difficult for this to deal with. Kind of like old Zoo deck days.
Yep. It's insane how long this Burglary Bully has been up and that it's gotten 0 coins.
I think Slime played around it pretty... I don't know if he necessarily had to play around it the way he did. Killed the Auctioneer, but... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go ahead and draw first.
Mm-hmm.
Seems good.
I'm proud. I love it.
Ordering.
Get those 2 Jade Golems in. They're pretty respectable size, but
Yeah.
You know, one Akali Consecrate's going to put Slime on the board in this game.
Yeah, Quality Consecrate, and I think he's just going to have lethal on the board thereafter. I haven't pulled up my calculator. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah,
that's got to be it.
That's
when you see the war leader, you know you're safe not to do the math. No, you've got the removal for a reason.
If you miscount lethal, boy, he's not.
He's
okay.
fine. All right. I don't do math, and that's why I just play out everything.
Oh, and the BM too.
There we go.
The BM. Oh.
You know, he's got to play those mind games. He's down right now. He's down 1-2. He's got to win the next 2 games. He's got to find a way to tilt his opponent and put something in his favor.
BMing. That's correct. I agree. You have to tilt your opponent. If that's the case, then he misplayed. He should have emoted.
Yeah. They're going right into game 4. Slime's queuing in his mage.
You have to emote rope, and then... I don't know if this is correct. Well, I mean, it's not a slow mage. It's more of an aggressive style of mage. So maybe it's okay.
I don't think you keep the Frostbolt, though. I think you're looking for minions.
Yeah, I don't think you keep Frostbolt either. Especially after... Oh, that's not a great hand from...
No.
I think you put the Cabal Lackey down. No, Babbling Book's...
Nah, you play the Babbling Book.
Yeah, it gets to his answer by the hero power. Ooh.
That's a great secret against this druid.
Yeah, because he's not running the Jade minion. He's running other minions. Oh,
that's
yeah,
great.
That's easy. You Mana Worm, you Cabal Lackey, you Secret. Call it a good day.
That is the exact top deck that Slime wanted to see. He is developing his board, getting his secrets in play. He's got Primordial Glyph to find removal if he needs it.
Sunshine doesn't really have a great answer. Oh, there's a Jade minion.
Spoke too soon.
They do exist.
That's surprising to me.
Yes, it's easy. I think you just do you ever just Arcanologist and then coin ping?
Yeah, I think that's a fine play. It's got
Go with
the
the
counterspell. I still think you go with the coin hero power. Maybe the 2-1's not that important because it'll die to swipe anyway.
Yeah.
And that's, if I were the druid, that's definitely what I would be playing this turn.
Yep. You have to play around swipe, and I think Arcanologist just does it better.
Absolutely. But you know, it also plays really well around swipe. Counterspell. Counterspell is great.
Yeah. Now's a pretty good time to get it down, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Mana Worm's going to get out of control.
Ooh, there's Potion of Polymorph number 2. I think that's gonna be really strong for Slime. I don't think... how many times do you play around Potion of Polymorph twice in one game?
0.
Yeah.
This Mana Worm is getting a lot of value here, but he's going to be able to clean it up.
Ooh.
Played around Counterspell.
Nice. Perfect. Very well done, Sunshine.
Perfect.
Picks up the ice block. I think you get the minion on the board and hero power here.
Yeah. Pretty easy turn. Ice block's not great.
Ooh, Mirror Entity. Okay. But, you know, that could give him a Druid of the Claw, an Auctioneer, a Fandral.
Yeah. You can give him a lot of good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Or you could just deny the good stuff with Potion of Polymorph. Seems fine, too.
Mally Druid without living roots. They're all trying to guess his Druid. That's good stuff. Oh yeah, you interfade out the Fandral time, I think.
You know, we haven't seen any Any Medivh's valets? Any fireballs? I might be scared to play the Fandral.
Yeah.
Next turn, you can Fandral, Innervate, double Feral Rage, and you're feeling super safe, gaining 16 health in one turn.
We know that Potion of Polymorph.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Don't fall for it. That's
Wow.
good. That's fine.
Heads up play from Sunshine here.
Yeah.
Very heads up. I might not have made that play.
Yeah. Some players might have just slammed down the Auctioneer.
Oh, but I don't agree with him playing Fandral now.
Yeah. Especially now that it's a Firelands Portal turn.
Yeah, I think if you held it last turn, you're holding it this turn, especially on Firelands turn, like you said.
And he gets a 5/6. That's 5 out of 5/6. Good enough. Yeah, it doesn't really have any clean Auctioneer spells. It's got the Wrath, maybe.
Yeah,
Drake.
just get down that Primordial Drake. He stemmed the bleeding. I'd feel very comfortable if I were Sunshine.
Yep. Yeah, I would too.
Oh,
Mirror
man.
Entity is going to come down, though.
Yeah. Gotta send that face, I think.
Yeah, you almost have to. But then Sunshine's got 18 points of healing in hand. Or, sorry, 16 points of healing.
Yeah, I think you don't have the minions to deal repetitive damage. You
No.
don't have the value to go long with them.
You
so
don't.
I think you just chuck spells at his face and hope he doesn't have it.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty clean Wrath. Is he going to take the armor here? Yeah, you might as well. Just let your opponent know it's over. Oh, no.
Well, he saved the attack.
What's the other secret here? Ice Block. He's got some time.
Hockey Boy says it's a Wolf Rider combo druid. I think he's got the read. I think he has it.
He's got it. The Belly coin star combo, though.
Yeah, and Slime sees the lines. He knows he's not winning on the board. He's not going to win in terms of value. He's just got to reduce his opponent's HP to 0 as soon as possible.
Ooh, getting a Feral Rage. I mean, that might matter, might not. I think you would have rather had the Nourish.
Absolutely. Needs that Nourish.
I thought that was the card that was... He's got a lot of Jades coming out. Oh, that's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. He's got his other Earth and Scales and his other Feral Raid. That's great.
Yeah, that's likely game. Yeah, if you're a Slime guy, I don't see how you get back into this game.
Yeah, you just hero power the 4-1 and twiddle your thumbs. I don't think there's anything that you can do at this point.
Yep, and killing the auction is bad because you're just taking more damage off his face. You're running out of cards.
Yep, I just don't think he's got the damage left in his deck. He's already played 2 Frostbolts, 1 Glyph, 1 Fireball, 1 Firelands Portal.
Feral Rage is still there.
We haven't even seen a Medivh's Valet. Does he have it?
We saw one the first game, so yes.
Did we? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He used Medivh's Valet to kill it. Yeah, I think you can't scoop it up because this is your whole series.
Yeah.
You just have to kill the Auctioneer and pray whatever god you believe in that you get the draws.
Yeah, and maybe Primordial Glyph gives him Kabbalist Tome, which gives him 3 Pyroblasts, and he has Ice Blocks to...
Yeah.
Nope, he's not. He decides he's done.
Yep. All right,
And
so Slime's going to take this one 3-1.
Sunshine, actually.
Oh, Sunshine, that is right. that was the bottom screen bias. It's real. It's real. Whatever
Yeah,
guys on the bottom
absolutely.
screen, you root for that guy. Bottom screen bias is real.
Yeah, I was broadcasting Salty Saturday last week, and I was seeing it from Slimsh and Lemur. They were both
Yep.
favoring the bottom player.
But it's hard to get out of it, but bottom screen. All right, so next up we got Boom Boom Hall versus Brasky, which I know a little bit about Brasky. I played him last season, and he whooped that ass. So he thoroughly beat me. Not even
He
close.
very liberally applied the paddle.
Did you just say you played him last week?
No, he's
never mind.
he's on my team.
Oh, Brasky's on.
Yeah, I saw him last night. He gave me many drinks, told a lot of stories. He's a very funny guy.
Yeah.
Great dude.
No, he's definitely a good dude. But he applied the beating to me.
Okay.
Okay, so we're still waiting on some bands. Got the producer. I feel official. I got a producer that talks to me and everything. This stream is legit. You guys don't even know.
So Brasky's got the Mage, Paladin, Shaman, Warrior, and Boom Boom Hall has the Mage, Priest, Rogue, Shaman. So if you're Brasky, what are you banning?
I don't know what you're banning, right? So,
Fair enough.
but what I do know is that Rogue is very targetable. If you're Brasky, I mean, you could go aggro Paladin, aggro Shaman, aggro Warrior, whatever mage you want, and then draw a big red circle on that Rogue and just say, I feel pretty good here.
Yeah. Yeah, I personally, those are the kind of strategies that I favor. Very straightforward.
You might have some insight to that, being that you're his teammate. I think Priest is probably your ban. Maybe Priest or Shaman.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
Shaman's a bit of a question mark. I personally am not scared of it. Oh, what's that?
Do you think Brasky's going with the target of the Rogue? You have some insight. You're probably in a Discord with him.
You know, I'm not sure. I can't remember for the life of me.
Must be all that alcohol you consumed last night.
Most
Or the other
likely.
night. Yeah.
I hit legend today after a long grind, and then I can't remember my teammate's strategy. So I'm a very self-centered guy.
Honestly, if I'm just looking at it, me personally, that's it. I'm drawing a big red circle. And that's a problem with Rogue in our format anyway. It's not like it's like, you're at your local tavern hero, and then you queue up classes like 30 seconds apart, and they're like, okay, I have to figure out a strategy in 30 seconds. I mean, these players get days to figure out a strategy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, with that being said, I mean, having Rogue in your lineup just kind of feels like a liability.
Yeah, very true. Rogue doesn't have a lot of flexibility in its
Both
decks.
its archetypes share the same weakness. They're both weak to aggro. And all of these decks can do aggro very well. I mean, still do aggro. It's still got the bloodlusts. It's got, some token generators and the fireflies, and maybe even like the one that generates the totems. I don't know if you would, but you can just generate you just get a board that sticks and bloodlust it and you win.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that kind of strategy doesn't fare very well against Mage. So if both players have Shaman, both players have Mage, and if that's the kind of strategy they're going for, I could see both players banning Mage.
Yeah, you can definitely ban Mage. And then that makes your aggro strategy a lot easier. Interesting. So Boom Boom Hall banned Warrior and Brasky banned the Rogue. I don't know if I agree with the Rogue ban if I'm Brasky, to be honest with you, because it seems like a deck your lineup can very easily target.
That just that tells me that Brasky's lineup is tailored to beat, tailored to go long. And Miracle and Quest Rogue both handle that pretty handedly. So that just gives me some insight into Brasky's strategy there.
You need to talk to your boy. You need to let him know. Because I remember playing last season, he had a very heavy control lineup. And I think that's the kind of player he is, where he does like the control lineups. Sometimes, man, you just got to tell your boy, like, it's okay to play aggro every now and then.
You know, he had a way better record than I did last season, so I've decided I'm going to let him do what he wants to do. So we're going into this game here. Boom Boom Hall. They're both queuing up the mage.
Secrets Mage versus Burn Mage. These are two very different mages in the way that they operate.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
Mana
Boom
Worm
Boom
coming
Hall.
down early is going to be huge for Boom Boom Hall.
That's beautiful. I don't think you're ever mad to see 2 Mana Worms in your opening hand.
Nope. But no spells to follow it up.
No,
Yogg.
yeah, very true.
Yogg Sarad.
Pray to the true God.
If you're Brasky here, you could just glyph and then maybe coin something to just deal with both of the Mana Worms. Maybe you get a Frostbolt and you could just...
Oh, that would be beautiful. That would probably shut down Boom Boom Hall immediately. Freezing Potion, that works too.
Good enough.
Basically the same thing.
Yep. No, he takes the Kabbalist Tome.
Takes the Kabbalist Tome. That's fair. I personally disagree. I'm going to have some words with him later. You better believe it. But
Gotta holler at your boy.
Outcome is pretty similar.
Yeah, it's going to feel bad, though, when it just gets counterspelled. And then also, too, you don't have to burn your coin with the Freezing Potion.
Yeah, very true. So Boom Boom Hall is just going to decide, is my opponent going to play a minion or is he going to cast a spell?
Nope. That's going to allow him to get the free Kabbalist Tome off. If he chooses to take it, he might go with the Arcanologist. No, this is the right play.
Ooh.
Not great. I mean, Vaporize might be useful because it's a minion stack, but...
You know, that is an ice block.
Yeah, he picks up another ice block. Volcanic Potion doesn't seem... Well, I mean, if it's a Secret Mage, maybe Volcanic Potion's okay.
He's got both Arcanologists in hand. I'd say you slam him.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Draw all the secrets out of your deck.
Yep, you improve your top decks for the rest of the game. It's on the board. I like it. Help, I can't hold all these ice blocks.
How many cards does he have in his hand?
He's going to have 9.
He's going to have 9? All right. I'm not used to counting cards on the top side of the screen.
I have bias for Brad. He's got 9 cards.
And if you're Brasky, this is what you want to see. You want to see your opponent using his burn spells on your minions. You can go way longer than he can.
Sure, you have way more value than he does. And he's going to go with another Mirror Entity. Is he going to... He's just going to leave up the Arcanologist and push 4 into his face. That's okay.
Fortunately for Brasky, he doesn't have any minions in hand.
Yep. But he's got a pretty... I wouldn't say it's a dead hand, but it's not a hand that you could do a whole lot with. The AI is not a great card to have right now. Ice block, I mean...
3 ice blocks.
He's help, he can't hold all these ice blocks.
He's feeling a little chilly. Yeah, I guess you can play the Volcanic Potion.
And just take a full clear on the board.
Might as well.
That's fine. You had to play something.
Yeah, you're feeling really comfortable when both of the Mana Worms are gone from your opponent and you're only at 24 health.
Spell's interesting. You could play around it. I mean, you could rise or something that you don't really care about.
Yep. Oh, he's playing Elise.
She's a good dude.
That kind of goes along with his rogue ban. We know he wants to take the game very slowly, and Elise does just that.
Yeah.
So, didn't really play around the counter spell.
I think he did. I think that's the one spell in your hand you don't really care about. Honestly.
I was thinking about burning the Arcane Intellect and letting the Vaporize deal with the 4/3.
Yeah, that could have worked too. Yeah, he's going to take a little bit of extra face damage. He's just going to bad lane book here.
Mm-hmm.
Blizzard's pretty good this turn.
Gave his
Oh,
opponent
Meteor too. Meteor's good. That's going to get countered.
That's getting counterspelled.
That feels bad. But he's got 3 ice balls.
Yep. He's got
he's-
card draw. He's got ice blocks. He's just going to find that Alex Straza, put himself back to 15 later on. That's
Yeah,
their
he's
game
not
plan.
feeling any pressure.
Blizzard's going to deal with your opponent's board.
Yeah, pretty efficiently too.
Interesting.
But,
Blizzard
the
Pain?
wild card in this game is the Yogg.
Oh, there's Alex Straza right on time.
There we go.
Blizzard Pain.
I think absolutely.
You're in no rush.
Make your opponent provide the questions. You have a handful of answers.
That's it. And he can almost Alex Straza his opponent's face. He's really
Yeah. It's got a lot of damage in hand. Oh, I've got the spectator bug with the giant Cabal Courier. It's
Yeah,
terrifying.
it's Blizzard, Interfire, and Void. None of those are great.
Those are
He took the
just
Blizzard.
poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you would take the Interfire. I don't know.
I don't either. None of those seemed great, to be honest. Is he going to send that? You don't send that at your opponent's face. Because you send it at your opponent's face, that gives him an easier defensive out.
I'm not sure what else you would be doing with it.
I think you wait until you have more in hand, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm quite often wrong. Yeah, he's going in.
Wow,
with the
very
Alex Straza.
aggressive.
That is an aggressive Alex Straza. He does have 3 ice blocks.
Yeah, and I guess that's why Boom Boom Hall took this Blizzard.
Maybe he's thinking his opponent has no way to pop him and deal with the Alex Straza.
Unless Boom Boom Hall gets a counter spell. I think he's already played. Gosh, I've lost count.
I think he's played 2 of them already.
Played
It's
both
pretty
from
easy.
his deck, yeah.
You just refire. You just re-ice block, and I think it's Firelands Portal.
Yeah, probably.
Or you can Medivh, because you'll have the mana to Medivh this turn if you wanted to. Just
Yeah.
get that extra damage. Captain Greenskin's not going to help you. You never know.
I think this is a Yogg turn. Maybe Yogg will flare.
Maybe Yogg will. Yeah, you have to.
It's either going to flare or it's going to Pyroblast himself. I just can't wait to see which one.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have
I hope he plays it. Come on,
Come
Boom
on.
Boom Hall. Don't get cold feet. That's what's going on.
bow before the
Sap.
god of death.
Saps the green skin. Okay.
It's good.
Kabbalist
Ballast
Tome.
Enough. Nope. Volcano.
Ooh. Well,
There
that's
goes
going to
the
be the
Yogg.
end of the Yogg. It hit the Alex Straza twice. Only
That's game.
twice.
That's game.
That's classic Yogg Saran.
Yogg Saran.
Love it. Brasky's up 1-0. He won the mage matchup.
Yeah, it's
Jaina.
interesting. Not in typical fashion.
No. Typical Yogg fashion, though.
Typical Yogg fashion. Yogg's just a bad dude.
He's certainly a bad hombre.
If Yogg were on a THL, he would be on.
He'd probably be the bad hombre's 2 seed. I actually
Makes
don't
sense.
know who's on the bad hombres at the moment, but that's just my read. Going into game 2 right now.
What we got? We got a squeaky chair. That's what I got.
Boom Boom Hall's gonna stick with that mage.
Yeah, he's going to go mage against paladin. It seems to be, it's at least a mid-range paladin. Definitely not a control paladin with the side of the blue.
Well, when you see Bluegill and Primordial Drake in the same list, you start asking questions.
Yeah. It's pretty weird.
This is a great start from Boom Boom Hall.
Yeah, it's an awesome start. He's just going to have things to do. Gets a 2-1 and a secret on the board. You can't really ask.
Yeah, he's going to be developing minions and drawing from his deck at the same time.
Yeah, it's a pretty good Arcanologist turn. Oh, he's gonna skip it. He's gonna value keeping around the 2-1. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, I think especially when you top deck Karen Tormage, you need to draw a secret.
Yeah. Feels really bad for sure.
That just makes this turn even stranger.
Yeah, because now you have to Arcanologist, and then you kind of have an awkward hand. And you could coin out your Apprentice, but probably what he's going to have to do.
Coining out the
coin
hero
the
power.
Yeah,
This
that's another
2-1.
play. I think he's really valuing the 2-1, but I don't know if I really do.
Boom Boom Hall's in a sprint, and Brasky's running a marathon.
Yeah, he's got the Arc. He's got the Curator. Can't really get a lot of value out of the Mega. I mean, you'd want something to stick for the Spike Ridge Steed turn, so I don't really know route you take.
Ooh,
He's just going to set up for a Consecrate.
telegraphing that Consecrate. His opponent even has a secret up, and he knows it's not counterspell, so I really disagree with that play. I think he'd kill the 2-1.
Yeah, every time. And yeah, it's just the Consecrate's just gonna be counterspelled. No, he's just gonna Peacekeeper. He's gonna Peacekeeper and chill. Yeah. Boom Boom Hall's getting a pretty good board going.
Well, I'm just glad Brasky didn't consecrate that turn.
Yeah, that would have been rough.
But unfortunately, that counterspell is still up.
It's still up, and he doesn't have a good way to play around it.
No. Can't even play
Boom Boom
Spike
Hall,
Ridge Steed.
you're just jamming everything into his face.
Yeah, Frostbolt is 3/3. And continue feeling safe. That counterspell is going to cradle you.
I think Brasky knows. He hasn't played his Consecrate a couple turns. He's got to know.
Yeah, he knows. There's unfortunately, there's just nothing he can do. You probably at least play. Wow, that's bold. He knew.
That's a giant set of balls up. Right
He
there.
is so woke.
We have many secrets.
That is. Whoa.
Oh,
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Like if
play
it's
that
not
primordial glyph last.
if there's no counterspell, you just lose the game on the spot.
Oh man. And another secret comes down. Yeah, he makes the smart read there.
Yeah, you just have to. He knows it's counterspell.
Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough.
End up pretty easy, and that's lethal. That was a pretty dominant game. Boom Boom Hall.
Yeah, Brasky didn't pick up any of his early game minions to fight for board.
Nope, he had a lot of spells. He just couldn't play.
I think that turn with the bluegill really set him up for failure.
Yeah. Yeah, he telegraphed the Consecrate, but he couldn't play the Consecrate because the counterspell was up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he's jamming the Paladin again. Boom Boom Hall's going in with his Shaman.
That's a Jade Shaman, too.
Yeah.
Strange.
Expecting some kind of Jade Elemental mid-range type Shaman.
Yeah. I mean, Jade Shaman didn't really lose a whole lot, did it, with rotation? Just Brand Brownsbeard, and that's about it.
Well, it did lose its early game with the Tunnel
Tunnel
Troggs and
Trogg.
Totem Golem.
A lot of the mid-range shamans had cut those at some point.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, look at this hand from Brasky.
Oh, that's great. That's gonna
That
right out.
feels good, man. Get some feels good, man, in the chat.
Let's go. Feels
But-
good, man.
Boom Boom Hall also has the Jade Claws in the Maelstrom portal.
Yeah,
He's
he
gonna
can
be able
start
to fight.
cleaning stuff up. Yeah, you do it every time.
Both players have pretty good hands, and that's the kind of game of Hearthstone we like to see. Getaway Kodo or Noble
Getaway-
Sack here.
Yeah, they're both good, and they both purpose. Maybe Getaway Kodo's pretty good because you could pair it with your War Leader the next turn, and that's almost always going to die right away, right? So
Unless AoE is involved. But his opponent's got a weapon equipped, so Noble Sack can be used to protect that War Leader.
Yep.
It just all depends on what line of play he goes for.
eye for an eye is useless in this situation.
Oh, absolutely. Really deliberating.
It's not an easy decision.
No, that's right. Goes for the Noble Sack, so
And he's just going to coin it out.
yeah, that weapon is a threat to him.
And he's going to take care of the 1/1 too, so he's going to play around the Maelstrom portal.
Quick decision from
Yeah, Boom Boom Hall plays around the he's around the Noble Sack, but I don't know if it's really worth playing around. This is an interesting turn. Yeah, I think you just go with the War Leader here. It's enough. Not a lot of great answers. Not a lot of great things for Boom Boom Hall to do this turn. I mean, I guess you can hope to roll. No, even spell power doesn't help you now that the War Leader's out.
yeah,
Yeah, you just have to devolve.
Devolve plays around both secrets here, both Noble Sack and Getaway Kodo.
He's not going to go for it.
Mm-mm. It's actually going for the Maelstrom portal. I think out of the possibilities, these were the ones that probably the weakest.
Yeah, he's gonna.
He's going for the Devolve.
Now he's gonna.
Okay. Wow. Those are some weak minions.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. He got probably the worst 2-mana minion and the worst 1-mana.
Mm-hmm. Plays around Counterspell by killing off his 1/1 instead of the 2/2. Gets another Jade Claws. That always feels great when you get both Jade Claws in the first 8 cards in your deck.
Yeah, it's gonna help him to fight off a lot of the early game aggression.
Keep the
Not a
board
lot
as
of good-
clear as possible.
Not a lot of good turns from Bratsky here. I mean, there's no good Peacekeeper targets. Megasaur is only going to adapt to one tiny little 1/1. I think you still have to do it. Every other turn just feels too passive.
Yeah, at least you can get a 5/4 in play.
You get a 5/4 in play. Maybe you can get the Death Rattle Plants in play. You can get some things that just stick to the board. So if you tear them next turn, it feels okay. Yeah, not sure if I agree with the hero power.
Yeah, it's a very passive play. At the very least, you could drop an Eldor Peacekeeper. Keep asserting your dominance on the board.
I think you have to.
At the very least, with Tarim coming down next turn, you can do some trades with it, then return it to a 3/3.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy Maelstrom portal board.
Yeah, Boom Boom Hall's been hovering it.
And you almost have to because Tarim can come down next turn. And he's just going to trade it off and hold his Maelstrom portal. That's okay too.
Mm.
That's a pretty good. Pretty good Peacekeeper.
Yep.
Not a lot of great plays, but you can play another thing from below, I guess.
Yeah, not exactly being threatened. The one thing that I would be a little bit concerned with is I hadn't found Hex, and we're approaching Tyrion turns.
Yeah, you're getting there. And he already used both of his devolves, or just one of the devolves?
He's played one.
Okay.
I would say you just play your Hallis Eel and Maelstrom Portal.
Yep, that's good enough.
Force the Paladin, which should be the aggressor on this matchup, to play on the back foot.
Yeah, they're playing on the back foot. You heal 4 damage. I don't know if the 4 healing can never be bad. Clear the board. You have a pretty dominant board of your own. I like it. That's a pretty good Shaman 1-mana minion. If he's playing the Flame Tongue, which I doubt he is.
Yeah, probably not. Might be running Bloodlust, though.
He might be running the Bloodlust. But again, this Brasky's in a situation where he has to react defensively. Pretty good at quality Consecrate board, but then he doesn't get to develop anything. Boom Boom getting to develop a thing from below, and Hot Springs Guardian right on the back foot of that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of health to play with this game.
Do you ever just drop the Curator and then just soak up some damage?
Probably, but I don't think it's going to kill any of the minions on the board.
No.
Unless he sacrifices his tokens. But if you're Boom Boom Hall, I think you want to keep those tokens alive.
Yeah.
So maybe you go ahead and just remove the minions.
Just a naked Consecrate, not even the Equality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you play one without the other. Seems a little weird.
Especially considering Equality is not going to be doing anything.
He's going to clear up the 1/1, and he's going to play its Hot Springs. Just get more health back on the Halazeel. Easy play.
Yep.
I mean, you can even drop your second thing from below. I don't think you're really worried at this point.
No.
You just saw a naked Consecrate. There's probably not another quality.
Yeah, you're going to win the long game. So no need to play into that. It's probably the only way you lose. Playing the Bluegill Warrior. I think you want to hold that for the Gentle Megasaur.
Yeah, I agree. That's a weird turn for sure.
But this board is very threatening with the possibility of Sunkeeper Tarim.
Yeah, Sunkeeper definitely ruins your day. That's for sure. But he's got answers. He's got the Jades. He can take value bumps pretty much anywhere on this board he wants to.
Yep.
So, I mean, he can get a full clear and take a couple value bumps and keep developing his own threats.
Don't know if I would be so bold as to play the Jade Lightning on this turn.
Yeah, I don't think you need to.
Yeah, Boom Boom Hall seems to disagree.
Yeah, I think he values a full clear. Just no possible. Oh, but he leaves up the 1.
That's confusing to me.
Yeah. I mean, you committed a Jade Lightning to it. I don't know why then at that point you say, okay, I'm going to leave up the 1/1.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Yeah, I think you're gonna want to. Oh, well, he plays the Curator. I was thinking about playing the Bluegill, hero powering, and using one of your Megasaurs.
Yeah, you definitely start needing to get Megasaur value. Another thing he could try to do is just get as wide of a board as possible to Sunkeeper Terran, but it's probably his only way to get back in it. There's the Hex. a good card to have right now. Yeah, Boom Hall's feeling no problem whatsoever. Well, there's Stonehill. That's
Okay.
That's a good turn.
That's the turn Brasky needed.
Yeah, quality. Primordial Drake, that's a good turn.
Jade Chieftain. Okay, he's wow.
Yeah, he's all in on the Jades.
I like Jade Chieftain. I think it's a good card, but
He's a good dude.
he's a good dude. Is almost as good as a dude as
Elise.
psychologist and Elise.
Yeah, they're just good dudes.
Got a handful of good dudes.
Oh, that is such a satisfying animation.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. That's a solid Golden Craft too, just in case you're wondering. I think you could get away with Peacekeepering the 5/5, but knowing your opponent plays Jades and they're pretty close to getting out of hand here, they're about to be 4/4 and up. I don't know. Do you do it?
Absolutely. You're holding Sunkeeper.
That's true.
You're gonna take the board back.
I think you go with Redemption here, maybe. Just anything you get to stick. Getaway Kodo's good too.
Yeah, two very solid options. I don't think you want to hold these Megasaurs any longer. You gotta get them down.
He disagrees.
Tyrion Fordring.
That's a snap pick.
That's gonna eat a hex.
Yep. But you still have more in your deck, so that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
That's good. This is going to be a good Terram turn.
Yep. Another Jade Chieftain.
Yeah. Stonekeeper is so good in this deck. He's just 3 mana, Discover, Sunkeeper, Terram, or Tyrion Fordring. Pretty consistently.
Oh, yeah. One of the worst cases is what? Like Senjin?
Yeah.
It's just very, very solid.
He never not cards. I think you have to. I think this is a turn where you True Silver. You take some bumps. You could True Silver down the 4/4. You can kill off 1/5. You can kill off the 1/1, and then you can tear him and just have a super dominant board.
Yeah. Alternatively, you could True Silver, Hero Power, Megasaur. You've been holding them forever. Might as well use them.
Yeah, there we go.
Show me Poisonous.
Poisonous. That's good.
Exactly what he's looking for. Considering he's thinking about it, maybe it's not.
Maybe he wants the Divine Shield. Maybe he just wants this board to stick.
Yeah, I can't imagine a world in which you'd want Divine Shield at the moment, considering get some free trades. Poisonous seems like the clear choice.
Man, he's going with the Divine Shield. You have to talk to your boy.
I'm gonna have to have a talk with him.
Maybe he just wants this board to stick through some AoE. That's the only thing I can really think of.
Yeah, very possible. He's not taking any of the hits either. Fortunately for him, it's gonna pay off. Maybe he's thinking ahead to the Sunkeeper.
Yeah, definitely thinking ahead to Sunkeeper. That's the only reason you make this line of plays, because you have a bunch of stuff that's going to stick around for your Sunkeeper turn.
It's gonna pay off.
Yep, and you'll be able to put one of your bubbles, your bubbled minions, into the other minions to have them live. Yeah, it's definitely going to pay off.
Ooh. Sunkeeper into Murloc War Leader. That's beautiful.
That feels really good.
Boom Hall's going to need a Devolve or another Lightning Storm.
He was so far ahead in this game, too, which is kind of all coming crashing down on him.
Mm-hmm.
And you take some trades where you can. You take as many value bumps as you can, and then you do the Sunkeeper, and then you
get that hero power down. Well, or actually, if you're trading this turn, you're playing the hero power.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you could kill the 2/3, you can kill the totem, then you could Sunkeeper Terram, then you could kill the other two, and then just pop your bubbles. Then you have a pretty good turn.
Me think. Move quickly.
He's just going to go for
He's
another
going
Megasaur.
for the Megasaur. Okay. All right. Well, he doesn't have much time to think.
Wind Fury.
Wind Fury. Oh,
He's
that's
just gonna-
scary.
Push it all north.
Well, considering it's not lethal, if Boom Boom Hall picks up Bloodlust, he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know if he runs Bloodlust. I mean, this is a really slow list.
Yeah, very defensive.
Yeah, if you're Boom Boom Hall, I don't know how you come back from this.
Brasky almost always takes a different line of play than what we think he's going to do.
Almost always. It's working out for him this match.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
When you get ahead, there's very few lines of play you can take that'll lose you so far ahead.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Kodos.
free.
Kodo's paying off.
He's going to try to clear the board, get some health back.
I
But
don't think it matters. Yeah, you could just tear him and win. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sunkeeper Tear him wins you the game.
all right, Brasky is up 2-1, I believe. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be 2-1 Brasky going into game 4. That's math. I did it.
You said it, dude.
I did it. So what do we have left for both players? So Brasky still has his Shaman. And then we still have Priest and Shaman from the other side for Hall.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a mirror, and then maybe Shaman can pick up a win. Not sure.
You know, at the end of the day, someone Shaman has to win.
Has to
at some
win. Yeah,
point.
Shaman's got to pick up a win. Brasky, Shaman.
Yeah. I would
Yep.
be very concerned if only one side had Shaman, but both sides do.
Yeah, it's weird. One of them has to win. Waiting for the next game. All right, there we go. We're queuing.
All right.
So we got Shaman.
We got the Shaman
Priest.
and we got a Silenced Priest.
Ooh,
That's a hand.
that is. Yeah, well, obviously, yes, of course. So that's a good hand.
Yeah. I'd go so far as to say that.
Yeah, that's a
But
pretty good one.
yeah, if you're Brasky, you probably toss that entire hand.
Yeah, you're not keeping any of that. No, that feels great. And Boom Hall's
Okay.
going to pick up an Acolyte, too. Pretty good.
Brasky's pretty deep with the elements there. He's got
Yeah.
Calibos.
The mid-range elemental deck. Sure. You're coining out this age every time.
Yeah, I would think so. Now that you've got Inner Fire.
I think you just coin this out every time. And then you start applying the pressure.
That's a really strange looking Yeti.
Yeah.
Got another Silence. Not doing a lot.
No. We're just going to double its health. We're just going to clear the totem.
Yeah, we might see a very short game.
Mm.
I think if you're Brasky, you just drop the Mana Tide and cross your fingers that the next card you see is a Hex.
Not some prey, boys.
Get some Nostrum Prey in the chat.
Nostrum prey. I think you just silence the Mana Tide totem and you just go.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
You're clearly in a position where you could be the aggressor with. I think you have to do it.
Yeah.
I don't
Then
see
again, if you all in with that Inner Fire and your opponent has the Hex, you probably just lose. Don't know if Boom Boom Hall's ready to make that commitment just yet.
Yeah, maybe not. But at some point, you just got to play to win. Well, I mean, he's got all the tools in his hand to do it next turn.
Mm-hmm. They're shadow visions.
He's got the silence, so any type of these minions that come down, he's got the 20 points of damage like in his hand. So
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Brasky, you got to be sweating right now.
yeah, I think you just shadow vision too after you draw, of course. Humongous Razor Leaf is okay. All right, so we're gonna get up to 20.
That's a big boy.
We're gonna enter fire. I think he's okay with it just being at 20.
You know, 20 attack minion on turn 5. Not that impressive.
No, I'm not impressed. And that's gonna be enough. There's nothing.
Yeah, is there anything Brasky can do?
Roll a taunt totem.
That's probably it.
Yeah, he can roll a taunt totem. That's all he can do.
Emoting.
Loading's good.
Seems fair.
Seems good.
Seems good. I mean, you can roll a taunt with your Maelstrom portal.
Doesn't get it.
Doesn't get it. He's gonna need to roll that totem.
Nope. So
Doesn't get it.
You hit your Jade Claws into it, and that's correct.
Absolutely honorable Sudoku.
Yep. Honorable
Boom
Sudoku.
Boom Hall. Boom Boom Hall accepts it. We're going to game 5.
We're there. That was correct. I agree with every play in that line of sequencing.
Yep. It's been a crazy journey, but we're pulling into the destination.
Silence Priest. Remember when that was just... You only played it for the memes. Now it's like a legitimate deck.
Now you play it to win on turn 5.
Yeah. You play to win 5.
Mm,
It's amazing what Shadow Visions can do for a deck.
it's incredible.
All right,
right.
so Shaman v Shaman. This is going to be tough because you see more like a slow control-based Shaman. And then you have more of a mid-range, like synergistic elemental Shaman. Where are you leaning in terms of like matchup on this one?
I got to give the edge to Boom Boom Hall. He's got the resources to go late, and unfortunately, the Brasky's Shaman just doesn't have it. It just does not have the fuel.
It doesn't, and then the Jades can get out of control.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's one thing. But I mean, he's holding. Feels bad to hold the Mistress. Sure, it's just a really dead card in this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, swinging at a 1/1 feels bad too.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the curve. I think he would want a hero power and then follow up with the Maelstrom portal. Sorry, the Mana Tide, so you can play your 4 mana 5/5 the next turn.
Yeah,
Not too keen on the weapon hit.
yeah. I mean, the 1/1 doesn't provide any significant pressure, especially seeing as you've seen this whole list. And I don't really remember seeing a Flame Tongue Totem.
Oh. And Boom Boom Hall is going to continue to hold that Mistress of Mixtures. We saw that in the previous Shaman game.
Yeah,
Kept it in his hand the entire game. He was afraid to play it.
yeah. I mean, at this point, it really can't do much for you. You still play it though.
Yeah,
You get a dude out on the board.
it's not going to do anything in the late game.
All right, we're gonna get the Jades good.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not good. That Stone Shaper's not active.
We're going to see the Spell Power Maelstrom.
Yeah, it's good enough. Runic Egg's not good. But I mean, you're gonna get a board clear eventually.
Yeah.
So you might get to draw the card.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a good devolve. That's a
yeah.
great devolve.
You're going to deny your opponent 3 draws.
Yeah. Good. Yep, you just evolve and then Shaper or Stonehill Defender.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's actually not bad getting that token guy.
No.
I used to have
There's
to
the White Eyes.
every time.
History's repeating itself.
Oh, there's the Spirit Echo. So maybe Brasky can play the long game.
Wow. Why does this guy always surprise me? Getting tired of it.
Not gonna have it. Yeah, I mean, if you could ever get those thing from belows to free, I mean, you just get like 4 5/5s. It's not bad.
Yeah.
4 free
Don't-
5/5s. Pretty good.
Don't think you want to Spirit Echoes now, though.
No, you,
One free mage spell is not not what you want to see. And Nolan Brasky, he's thinking about it. He's already thinking ahead to turn 10 with the Pyroblast as a shaman.
yeah. You don't want to see that.
But he opts for the Jade Lightning.
I like it.
Oh, man.
I've seen crazy Saturday. You never know.
Boom Boom Hall is going to make a strong board of his own.
It's a pretty good board.
God, and the next couple
Ooh,
turns are going to be
There's
really
the
strong as well.
Bloodlust.
Whoa! That Primal Fin Totem was way better with that Bloodlust in hand.
Way better.
Yeah.
Do you ever play it and just take some trades, or?
Oh, gosh. This is not a situation I ever put myself in the first place, but I don't know. I'm thinking about Hero Power and Think From Below.
Yeah, that's good too. If you can get that totem to stick for a few turns, it's pretty good.
Yeah, if the Hero Power is Spell Power, then you just go for the Maelstrom Portal.
Yeah, you just Maelstrom. He's thinking about the blood. It's strange to see Bloodlust and Spirit Echoes in the deck.
Gosh, yeah.
Weird.
Fill up your hand with a bunch of 1/1 Murlocs.
Do it.
Goes for the totem first. Doesn't get spell power, so Thing From Below is coming down. So,
He's thinking about trading. I mean, you have
He's
the
thinking about
generator. I don't know how punished you get by trading, but
if your opponent doesn't deal with this board, then you
he
win
picks
with
up the Maelstrom.
Bloodlust.
yeah, he
But
picks
yeah,
up
the
the Maelstrom.
Bloodlust. Sorry, the Maelstrom Portal, yeah.
Yeah, it's a clean kill.
It's feeling very comfortable, I would assume.
That feels bad. But if you did pick up the Maelstrom, he won on the spot.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Can he use his face? Keep his board healthy. Ironically, even though he's not going to play his own Mistress of Mixtures, the game is going to force him to.
Yep. It's like they know. I
Yeah.
feel like Blizzard knows. They know. The algorithm knows.
Absolutely.
If he doesn't get a Maelstrom Portal, he loses. Let's give him a Maelstrom Portal.
Continuing to discount his Things From Below. He's got one more Mana Tide Thing From Below. Fills out the curve nicely.
That's a good curve. Those curves, though.
Oh, another Maelstrom top deck.
Yeah, there it is. He doesn't get the spell power, though.
No.
It's interesting. He's got the Kalamos, but he doesn't have any elementals to play to activate the Kalamos.
Right. Oh, another Wide Eyes.
Yeah,
But he goes for
that's
Alec
bad.
here.
Maybe he just wants to end the game
Yeah,
at some point.
that makes a lot of sense.
Brasky. Excuse me. If Brasky had an elemental to play next turn, he would have a real easy clear on this whole board.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
Oh. Mana Tide's going to stick for another turn, which is pretty good. Oh, finally we see the Mistress come down.
Nice.
Trust.
Boom Boom Hall probably felt he's an...
Well, there's the Tar Creeper.
That's an elemental.
That's definitely an elemental. Go for the get that spell power totem. That's what he needs. Doesn't get it.
Doesn't get it. But the Tar Creeper will clean it up. I mean, the Tar Creeper and a Calm. And Tar
Yeah.
Creeper soaks up a lot of damage.
Gotta be a little bit scared. This you've seen some pretty big minions in your opponent's deck, and none
Is he
of them
thinking
have
about
come down yet.
Spirit Echoing this? I don't think you do.
If you don't win, I don't see another opportunity.
I wonder.
Yeah, there's not many more opportunities.
Actually, that's going to put 4 cards in his hand if he clears the board this turn.
There is little time.
So he would overdraw the next turn if that's what happened.
Yeah, you can't do that then. No, he's going to do it. It seems like a pretty... the decision he made to do it was pretty, just reluctant.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Didn't see a lot of conviction in that.
Yeah. He won't be overdrawing this turn. I've
No.
discounted.
Math. we don't math. That's why we play
Yeah.
Hearthstone.
In the climax of THL's Week 2 Salty Saturday, we're still talking about math.
That's right.
Wouldn't
We
have
don't
it
do
any
it.
other way.
Not even once.
So, pretty safe to assume Calamos is coming down this turn.
Yeah.
How much AoE damage does it deal?
3.
3.
It's pretty rough.
That
You have to take care of the Alakir. Calamos doesn't do it.
Having a hard time. I can't tell what's in his hand because there's so much sparkling.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the Tolvir. That's not great either. He can always replay the Tar Creeper and then hex the Cure. No, he's just going to Jade it.
Jade, go for the...
Jade Maelstrom, yeah.
Oh, man. You're losing all that elemental synergy.
Yeah, he is definitely losing the elemental synergy for another turn. Yeah, I don't know. I might have gone a different route on that turn.
Yeah, I feel like you have to keep the elementals rolling. And Boom Boom Hall, he's got options.
He's got plenty of them. He's got another Wide Eyes he can play.
Yeah, probably go for the Jade Chieftain and the Maelstrom Portal. Get that nice, clean board clear.
Good enough turn. He's going to play the weapon. And then he's probably just going to drop the Wide Eyes after that.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well.
Brasky doesn't have the Devolve. We don't even know if he's playing it in this list.
I don't see where you have the room for it. It's got the Hex.
Oh,
There's a Lightning Storm.
That's what he needed.
Yeah. He had to roll for spell.
Just needs spell power. Just gonna need to drop that Tar
One
Creeper.
time. Now he's got a high roll.
Yep. But you know, in your time of need, the elements deliver.
You just gotta Nostrum Pray.
Gotta do it.
Gotta do it. Just one time. Believe in the heart of the cards. He's got to.
Mm-hmm. He gets it.
Both high rolls. Wow. I would be so tilted. I would be tilted off the face of the planet right now.
Despite the fact that you've got an awesome hand, you would still be tilted.
I would tilt off the face of the planet. I hate getting high rolled twice on this card.
All right. Darkseed, Flat Earth Society confirmed.
That's right. Notice how I didn't say edge of the planet.
I know.
Yeah, you tilted off the edge of the planet. Not a lot of great options. You hear
No.
me? Calamos doesn't clear. Bloodlust is dead. Bloodlust is really interesting in this list because it only helps you if you're ahead, and this is a pretty slow list, so I'm not sure if you ever get to that point.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't play Calamos earlier, it's now or never.
You have to. I think maybe you can always play the 2 Stone Shapers and just get 2 really like minions on the board.
Yeah,
But then
could do that.
you lose your elemental train, so tough. Calamos keeps that alive for next turn too. Now he's just gonna go with the Stone Shapers.
Just gonna play the 2 Divine Shielded Senjins.
It's an okay turn, I guess.
Yeah, they're gonna get cleaned up though.
Yeah, they're just gonna get devolved. Feels
Oh,
devolved.
man. Even with the minions on board, he had ways to deal with it.
Yeah, he's not gonna devolve them. I don't see why you do.
Save that devolve as your emergency, your fallback plan.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of lines for Esky to win.
No, neither do I. Well, Fire Elemental helps fight. You can play Fire Elemental Flame Tongue. That's very solid.
That's solid. It gives him some hope in the game, but he's still got the white eyes. But you can always hex the.
Oh man, he kills the taunt. That means he can't use the Flame Tongue to kill.
Yeah, that's
Kill it.
correct. I think he realizes it too.
Yeah, thankfully he's got the hex to cover it up. But Boom Boom Hall picks up a hex of his own.
He's already got the default. He's just got so much removal. Trade, he doesn't care.
No.
The hex is gone, so that white eyes is going to give him some value. Servant Calamos is actually pretty good here.
Yeah, I'd say you drop the Calamos, kill the tokens, and keep your fingers crossed. Keep them more crossed than they've been in the last 15 turns.
Yep. He's thinking about it. Oh, he's going to fill his board.
Whoa.
That's a pretty good blood. I mean, I guess the AoE doesn't help him. That's pretty good for Bloodlust, right?
But, yep.
But here comes the lightning storm.
Fashion, the AoE top deck. And I wouldn't be surprised if Brasky just
Gets tilted off the edge
Seated.
of the earth.
if he joins him in the dark Seeds Flat Earth Society.
You saw that come off. You're paying attention to your opponent's hand. You know that's coming off the top deck.
And that's not the first time he's top decked AoE removal.
Yeah. Tilted.
Yeah, not going to be much Brasky can do.
The tilt is real. He could roll taunt. Never once.
No. Never is he ever lucky. He's going to do the honorable thing, remain in the game so that he could take his punches from his opponent. If that's going to be it, Boom Boom Hall is going to take this series 3-2.
That was a good series. I think that was probably the best series of the night. Both players played very well. I mean, there wasn't a lot of plays that we disagreed with from them. I just think that Brasky's deck was made to go a bit longer into the game, and that's where he came through. But that's going to do it for this edition of Salty Saturday. Thanks for being up late with us. It's almost midnight on the East Coast here, so I'm going to go to bed. Any closing thoughts, Tim?
We saw some really interesting series tonight. We saw several shamans. That was really exciting.
Yeah.
We saw a bunch of cool druid and priest lists as well. Not the usual Salty Saturday.
I didn't see enough smorking, so a little disappointed. They made me math a few times, and I don't like doing it.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for hanging out with us. I'm going to go to bed. I will see you guys all next week.
Bye, guys.
See ya.